Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again. We are back, and of course, it is the women's WSL is back. Arsenal facing Reading. A 2-goal victory will send us back to the top of the table, but it's not going to be easy. Join us for all the action, the other side of this. So, yes, it is Arsenal versus Reading, Arsenal women versus Reading, of course, looking to get back on to the top of the WSL table. Now, we've got your team news for you, very important team news, of course, this evening. So let's have a look at that for you. So for Arsenal, of course, we know the injury problems that we've got. We were wondering what the back four was. Well, this is how we line up. It is Manu Zinsberger in goal. Laura Wainwright is at right back. Lotta Wooben-White, and it's Steph Catley comes in at centre back. And left back is Katie McCabe. The three in midfield, Kim Little, Leah Walty, and Viv Miedemeier, as has been in recent games anyway. And in the front three, Beth Mead on the right, Kathleen Ford on the left, and of course, Stina Blackstenius through the centre. So it's just those two centre-back positions, isn't it, that we've had to make the change in. And Katie McCabe drops back to left back, of course, a position that she knows very well. On the bench then for Arsenal, of course, it is Kaylin Marquise, the goalkeeper, Jen Beattie, Noel Moritz. We've got Katie Reid, Jordan Nobbs, Frida Marner, Mana Iwabochi, Lena Hurtig, and Michelle Aguillam. And that is the Arsenal team. For Reading, then in goal, it's Jackie Byrne. They're back for Lily Woodham, Diana Cooper, Emma McCandy, the captain, and Gemma Evans. In midfield, Justin Van Hoovermark, Rachel Rowe, and Emma Harris. And up front, it's Emily Eklund, Natasha Dowie, and Tia Primer. So that is the lineups for this game today. Those big problems at centre-back for Arsenal with Leah Williamson and, of course, Rafaela Souza both injured. Very, very difficult time, isn't it, for the Arsenal women with those two injuries. But what he's gone with today, Jonas, what he's done is he's brought in Lotta Wooben-White as expected, and it's Steph Catley. Of course, Leah Walty was another option, but I do feel she's so important in midfield. Yeah, it's a big loss, of course, for those two great players, two best defenders to be out both at the same time. I mean, what's the chances of that happening? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But ultimately, it's what's happened. So we've got to be able to find a way to cope with that, not just today, but of course over the next few weeks, because they're both long-term injuries as well. So really, really difficult time this is for the Arsenal women, but we should still hopefully have too much for this Reading side, who start the day bottom of the table. Of course, no points so far from their first two games that they've played. We've got maximum points, of course, 6 out of 6, but Manchester United have got 9 now. They won 4-0 earlier today against Brighton. Chelsea have also got 9. They beat Everton 3-1, but of course they have played 4 games. So yes, in terms of goal difference, then if we win by 2 goals or more, we will go back to the top. Manchester United got +10, and we've got +8. Of course, our 2 4-0 wins so far. We did win 4-0 here last season, of course, at the what used to be the Majeski Stadium. It's now Select Car Stadium or something like that, isn't it? So, but anyway, that's just down to sponsorship. But we did win on the stadium 4-0 last season. That was our second game of the season, wasn't it? Jen Beach actually scored in that game. She's on the bench today. Jonas decided not to go with her, even though she's a more natural centre-back than Steph Catley. Steph Catley's got a little bit more pace, hasn't she? And it does give us the right foot, left foot centre-back combination, which Jonas likes. And that's the reason why he's gone with that particular selection. I wasn't surprised on the show on Friday with the guys. That was my prediction for the back four. It's what I would have gone with. But I did feel possibly Jane Beattie may have come in. But anyway, it's the start of a busy time, isn't it, for the women? Real lot of games to come between now and Christmas. Obviously, the Champions League starting in midweek as well, away at Lyon. You know, everywhere else in this team, there's quality everywhere, isn't there? You know, that midfield, Kim Little, Captain Kimmy, brilliant player. Been driving us on for many years, and this season again had a great start to the season. 2 goals for her already. Leah Walty as well. What a fantastic player she's proved to be for us. Holds that midfield together so well. Gives that defence that extra protection that's needed. And of course, Viv now in that number 10 position. I mean, she's not been at her best this season yet. I don't think there's any doubt about that. She suffered a little bit with illness, I think, from the summer, but we know what a fantastic player she is. And she's got 3 goals this season as well. Of course, got the winner away at Ajax recently that sent us through in the Champions League. So, and of course, the front three, we know the quality there, don't we? Beth Mead, player of the Euros for England, top scorer. Stina Blackstenius, what a fantastic signing she has proved to be. She's got 2 goals this season. And Caitlin Ford as well, although she hasn't scored yet. She's had a brilliant start to the season, actually, in all the games so far. And of course, we've got Lena Hurtig, Manity Iwabochi, Jordan Nobbs, all on the bench. All have got quality that can come on and win the game. So in that area of the pitch, we've got no problems. We can compete with Lyon. We can compete with anybody, let's be honest. It's just that central defensive area. And we saw what happened last season when Leah was out. We did struggle, didn't we? Especially in some of the bigger games against the better teams. Chelsea in the FA Cup final, Barcelona against Hoffenheim in the Champions League as well. So it's a big loss, isn't it? Really, really big loss to those two, and Rafaela Souza as well, who seems to be a little bit injury prone for us, unfortunately. Doesn't see in her Arsenal career. She missed a lot of games at the end of last season, and she's going to be missing for a lot of games now this season as well. But let's hope we've got enough to keep this run going. You look at our next few WSL games, you've got to say we should have enough to win all of those next 3 or 4 or 5 games in the WSL, certainly until Manchester United visit the Emirates towards the end of November. So let's see what that brings us. But yeah, in terms of tonight's game, obviously I'm really confident that we can win this game with the side that we've got. Justine van Hoovermont for Reading's her first start. She's a great player. She's a Belgium international. We saw her, of course, in the Euros. She's a good player for them. So it's going to be, I'm sure they'll give it their all. They did, of course, beat Chelsea here last season. One of only 2 defeats Chelsea suffered. Of course, the other one was against us, wasn't it? Whereas, of course, we did lose to the team at the bottom of the league, didn't we? Birmingham, and Reading start today, bottom of the league. So, we've got a few issues. We've got a few injury problems, but we've still got a very, very strong team. We were top of the league until earlier on today, and we will be top if we win this game by 2 goals or more. So we've got to be confident. I'm confident. I think we will win. We may well end our run of clean sheets in the WSL this season. We're yet to concede a goal. In fact, we're yet to concede in our last 8. No, is it 10? It's 10 WSL games, isn't it, since we last conceded a goal, which was against Birmingham again, actually, back in, was that February? I think it was February or March time, was it? February. So, we know that there's a bit of an issue there in central defence. I'm sure Reading will know that as well. And maybe that run of clean sheets may well come to an end today. Let's hope that, even if it does, that we've still got far too much firepower for Reading, and we can fire our way to another good victory. So, but let's see. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. Hopefully, it won't be quite as stressful as the men's game was earlier on this afternoon. Of course, anybody that watched that, I'm sure you felt as nervous about that as we did. And the last 25 minutes or so, with the second half, was very difficult, wasn't it? But let's hope that we can enjoy this game a little bit more stress-free. The teams are now coming out of the tunnel here at I still call it the Matchday Stadium. It'll always be the Matchday Stadium to me. And the teams are coming out. In fact, Reading have moved off the bottom despite not playing, because Leicester lost 4-0. Then they've dropped to the bottom on goal difference. Reading then, in their normal kit, it's blue and white hoops, of course, white shorts and blue socks. Arsenal are all in the black away kit today. The same kit the men wore actually earlier, so it's all black with gold trim. And the teams are just lining up now at the start of this game. A really, really big game in the WSL. All the games are big for Arsenal this season in the WSL, in the Champions League. But it is a strong Arsenal team, just missing those 2 important defenders, of course. And we are going to be getting underway here in Reading very, very shortly indeed. Kelly Chambers, of course, the Reading manager, is just having a chat there with the 4th official on the touchline. I'm sure her and Jonas have already spoken before this game. And the players are just exchanging fist bumps just before we get going here at the Matchday Stadium. It's actually Select Car Leasing Stadium now, isn't it? Whatever it's called. And the players are all coming together, of course, in the Protect the Players thing, isn't it? To do with the stuff that's gone on in America, called shocking stuff that's come out there, shocking stories that's come out from America. The players are all lined up together here with the banner saying Protect the Players. They're all in it together there. and it's obviously a good, really good cause, and it's a good fight that needs to be won, quite honestly, because we can't have stuff like that going on in the women's game at all, can we? Viv Miedema didn't seem to want to be in that for very long, actually. She's got out of that picture, but we've done that now. Arsenal just getting prepared now for the kickoff here in a big game. What terrible injury problems that we've come across suddenly out of the blue, haven't we? Which is really, really shocking for us. But anyway, Terry says, "Good evening, Richard. Hope your throat's nice and lubricated, ready for plenty of goals from us tonight." Yeah, well, let's hope so. We're hoping for lots of goals, aren't we? Just run through the team lineups for you again, and just quickly. So for Reading, they are the home team, of course, tonight. In goal for them is Jackie Burns, wearing number 25. For them, their back four is in fact they've got three at the back: Dina Cooper, Emma McCandy, and Gemma Evans. Actually, going three at the back. They've then got four across midfield: Amelia Eklund, Tia Primer, Justin Van Hoovermat, and Lily Woodham. And then they have got the three up front is Emma Harris, Natasha Dowie, and Rachel Rowe. So that is how the Reading side are lining up. It's more like a 3-4-3 formation, but you'd imagine that the two wing backs are going to drop back into defence when we have the ball. They're going to try and make it difficult for us, aren't they? Probably end up being a 5-4-1. Now for Arsenal, then, say obviously we've had to make some changes to the WSL team this season, but it is Manu Zinsberg, in goal, of course, as you would expect. So the back four is where the changes are: Laura Wainroffer, Lotta Ruben-White, Steph Catley's at centre back, and Katie McKay was coming at left back, of course, a position that she can play very, very well. Got no concerns about her playing there, of course. In midfield, then, Kim Little, of course, the captain, and Leah Volti, two fantastic players, aren't they? There, what a midfield that is. And just ahead of there is Viv Miedema, then Beth Mead on the right, Caitlin Ford on the left, and of course through the centre, Stina Black-Stenius. What a fantastic impact she's made since she signed, of course, from Hacken, of course, back in January. So that's our Arsenal lining up. Very attacking team, of course. And we're going to go for this game and going to go for goals, I'm sure. So we are just about to get going here. Arsenal are all in black, attacking the goal to our left in the first half. Reading, I say, in blue and white hoops, white shorts and blue socks. And we're just about to get going for the kickoff here in Reading. It's going to be Viv Miedema to take the centre for Arsenal. On the referee's whistle. In fact, the players take the knee again, of course, this weekend. In fact, the WSL have been doing it anyway, haven't they, all the way through? But it is going to be now. It's going to be the kickoff, which Arsenal are going to take. Viv Miedema is going to get this game off and underway. Terry says, "Do I hear right? Liverpool beat Man City 1-0. They were 1-0 up in injury time. That's all. The last I saw, I don't know where it finished. I'm assuming it did finish 1-0. Which is good news for us, of course. No more invincible teams this season, so that's good news, isn't it? We are off and underway here in Reading. Arsenal attacking the goal to our left, all in black. The ball's now gone back to Manu Zinsberg, who is all in yellow. She plays it up this near side to Steph Catley. She's got Katie McKay. That's a long ball through the middle, actually. Stina's in straight away. Is this going to be a great early start for Arsenal? Stina Black-Stenius. Oh, that's a good save. Oh, real chance there for Arsenal to get an early goal. Stina Black-Stenius, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Still, though, Arsenal coming forward inside the penalty. It's played across the box. Good defending again from Reading. Oh, is that going to be an important moment in this game? Stina Black-Stenius putting a lovely ball from Steph Catley through the middle. Stina was 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. She timed her run to perfection there. She was onside. She's offside quite a lot, Stina, but she wasn't that particular occasion. She got in behind that Reading defence. Sort of chance there you'd expect her to bury that, actually. Oh, it was a good save. It was a really good save, actually, from Jackie Byrne. Maybe not the cleanest strike that you could wish for there from Stina, unfortunately, but that was a big chance for Arsenal. Rajendra's in the chat there. Hi, Richard. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. He says, where can we see the streams? The game's on Sky. I don't know whether you've got Sky. If I've got it as part of my TV package, not Sky Sports. It's on Sky Showcase if you have that, or indeed it's on Sky Sports. So just stay with me. I will keep you updated with everything that's going on. Arsenal started this game on the real front foot, actually. So Caitlin Ford coming forward again down this near side. It's gone off. Eklund, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal in the attacking third on this near side, which Katie McKay is going to take. Throws it in to the penalty area. It almost comes to Viv there, but not quite. And Reading do manage to scramble the ball away. Big chance that for Stina, though, wasn't it? Inside the opening minute. What a start that would have been for Arsenal. Would have really settled us down. Now Reading coming forward themselves, actually, down this near side. Is that going to come back to haunt us? There's a cross into the box there. It was a decent ball in, actually, there from Emma Harris, But Manu Zinsberger is now in possession of the ball, and that particular attack came to nothing there for Reading. But a great ball that was from Steph Catley, playing centre back tonight, the left-sided centre back. Brilliant ball over the top to Stina. Almost gave us that earlier. Good save, you have to say. It was a decent save. As Terry says, they're well played, their keeper. Why does every keeper play well against us? Well, they seem to, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? We have got a great attack. Rajendra says they're better than the BBC, indeed. Anything's better than the BBC, let's be honest. Anyway, Arsenal are now coming forward again in midfield. In fact, it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It was a foul over on that far side. I think it was Laura Wainwright who was fouled there by Rachel Rowe, I think that was, who committed that foul. He's going to be a free kick to Arsenal just outside the centre circle over on that far side. Arsenal's right. Leah Walty's going to take it. She just plays it back to Lotta Woober-Moyer. Big opportunity for her next few weeks, isn't it? You know, she didn't really play much for England. Well, she didn't play for England at all in the Euros, didn't play for England at all in the recent friendlies. She's going to get a lot of game time for Arsenal in the next few weeks, isn't she, with the injuries that we've got? Big opportunity for her. We know how good she is. Steph Catley now plays the ball up to Katie McCabe. That wasn't a great ball from Katie, actually, and Reading can pick up possession in midfield and look to come forward themselves over on that far side. They're actually looking quite dangerous in these opening few minutes here, Reading. They've had one ball into the box already now. They've got cleared down that far side. Oh, that's a wild cross instead, though. It's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that was a decent play, actually, there over on that far side. Was that Natasha Dowie? It was all with that. She got past Laura Wainwright a little bit too easy there, but that wasn't a great cross, actually. And it's gone out for it was actually a Lily Woodman, it was. She did really well, actually, Lily Woodman, but it wasn't a great cross, luckily for us. And Arsenal can now come forward with Lotta Woober-Moyer, that long ball over the top, looking for the run of Stina Blackstenius in behind that Reading defence. And she's managed to win a throw for Arsenal in the attacking third. We've played 4 minutes here at Reading. It is still Reading 0, Arsenal 0. But that one big chance for Arsenal there really was a big chance. But unfortunately, Stina wasn't quite able to beat goalkeeper Jackie Byrne. But anyway, Arsenal in possession again, looking for the breakthrough here. A ball played square to Steph Catley, striding forward. Katie McCabe's outside of here. Can Katie McCabe get a cross in? She goes past one defender. She still falls back, though. Couldn't get the ball into the box. They didn't maybe want to deliver it with her right foot. But Viv there has let the ball run away from, actually. It was not a great touch from there, actually. And now Reading can launch another counter-attack. Woober-Moyer's in quickly there. In fact, she's a little bit too quick there. She's given away a foul, which she disagrees with there. It was on Tia Primer. She did get there a bit late, actually. It was a little bit of a late challenge. She's laughing about it now, Lotta. She's going to be maybe slightly off the pace a little bit because she's not played much football, actually, not much competitive football. She's been sitting on the bench quite a lot, hasn't she, over the last few months? She had a brilliant finish to last season, though, didn't she? Really, really strong when we needed her, when Rafaela Souza was out. And we're going to need her again, as I say, over the next few weeks with the problems that we've got in defence. And she certainly had and an okay start here, she just gave away that free kick though now, which we're going to try and launch into the Arsenal penalty. It comes in long. It's a good header there actually by Lotta Woober-Moyer, and Arsenal do scramble the ball clear. But Reading are going to recycle it again on this near side. But good defending there from Caitlin Ford, doing her defensive duties as she tends to do really well. It's going to be interesting, her again on that left-hand side, linking up well with Steph Catley. They've got a really good understanding, the two Australians, haven't they? Of course, they recently played, didn't they, at Chelsea, didn't they, in that recent friendly game last week. Reading now in possession again. And Reading actually have settled into this game quite well. But again, Arsenal tries to win the ball back high up the pitch there with Viv Miedemar. That ball's played forward up this near side. Sorry, that's a foul. It is a foul. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It's a foul there on Katie McCabe. And Arsenal have got a free kick. But Reading actually are looking to get the ball forward quite quickly. Let's hope that early miss doesn't come back to haunt us, actually. 9 times out of 10, you'd stake your money on Stina scoring with him. She's so good on one-on-ones, isn't she? And you'd have backed her to put that away. But she didn't maybe get hold of it as clean as she would have liked. And she gave the goalkeeper the opportunity to make that good save. And Reading have won the ball back again from Arsenal. It's going to go out for a throw on this near side. to Reading, who have started this game pretty well, actually, you have to say. And they've got a throw out on this near side, bottom of the table, of course. Reading lost their opening 2 games. But this is their first game at home. They've played both their first 2 games away because, of course, if you remember, the opening weekend of the season was postponed, wasn't it? Because of the Queen's death. So they didn't play at home on the first game like they were supposed to. Arsenal won the ball back high up the pitch over on that far side with Beth Mead. She's been fairly quiet so far. It wasn't a great ball, actually, from Beth. And Reading have picked the ball up again, and they're coming forward now over on that far side. Arsenal have given the ball away 1 or 2 times already in these opening 7.5 minutes, maybe unusually for Arsenal. We haven't quite settled yet, despite that really early chance. And Reading are actually playing pretty well. This game, at this moment in time, has got little Birmingham vibes about it at this moment, but I'm sure we will settle down and soon get on top. We did have that big chance, of course, very early on, which we failed to take, but it just goes to show that we will create chances against this Reading team. And the boys now played back to goalkeeper Jackie Burney, made that really good save from Stina Blackstenius inside the first 25 seconds of this match. And that ball's been lofted forward. It's going to go all the way through into the arms of Manu Zinsberger, yet to concede a goal in the WSL this season. 2 consecutive clean sheets. We've had 3 clean sheets in our 4 games. The only 2 goals she conceded was against Ajax in the Champions League qualifier, of course, that 2-2 draw, before we won 1-0 away in Ajax in our last game, actually, to seal that qualification to the group stage, which starts on Wednesday, away at a nice easy game for us to start, isn't it? Away in Lyon, the holders and 8-time European champions. So yeah, let's see how we go with that. But that's all to come later in the week. For now, this game is even more important because it's the one that we're currently playing, and it's the one that we do need to win to go back to the top of the table. We have now got the ball over on that far side. Lotta Wubben-Moy in possession for Arsenal, plays the ball into midfield. And again, Viv has shown poor control, actually, again. And then she's conceded a free kick. It's not been a great start to the game for Viv. She did, of course, miss the Dutch games in the break, international break, due to what she said was an illness. And she has been struggling, I think, this season for fitness. She hasn't quite looked at her best. She hasn't quite looked her normal self, has she? And that goes back to the Euros, of course. If you remember, she missed 3 games for Holland in the Euros. No, 2 games for Holland in the Euros due to suffering from COVID, which apparently she did have it quite bad. She was quite ill. She did end up playing in the quarterfinals for against France, again that we was at Rotherham, but she wasn't herself that night at all. And then she struggled really for fitness since. But now, anyway, Arsenal looking for a counter-attack up this near side with Laura Weymouth. Don't quite know what she was doing popping up over there. But anyway, Reading now have won the ball back. It's been quite a physical game so far. And Arsenal won the ball back now. Surely that's a foul. Surely that was a foul. 3 times there, Viv was held back. She's showing her frustration. Actually, the referee says no, she's allowed play to go on. I'm not quite sure how that wasn't a foul on Viv. Seemed like she grabbed hold of her arm and pulled her back. But anyway, Reading are now coming forward over on that far side, across it into the box. Arsenal don't deal with it particularly well at first, but then Steph Catley's across and does clear it away. Well, one back there by Beth Mead. And surely that one's a foul this time. And this one is given by the referee there. The first one wasn't. I think that was Lily Woodman with that foul there on Beth Mead. I'm not quite sure why the earlier one on Viv wasn't a foul. But anyway, this one is. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Midway inside the Arsenal half, it was Lily Woodman with the foul, but that free kick's taken quickly, and now Arsenal can launch an attack down this near side. Caitlin Ford, that's a poor ball actually from the Australian, gives away possession again to Reading. And despite that early chance, Arsenal haven't looked great so far in this game, it has to be said, but we have won the ball back in midfield. And now Kim Little passes it back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger, and she plays it out to that far side to Lotta Wubben-Moy. And it goes to Laura Weymouth, and it's back to Manu Zinsberger. Well, so just trying to maybe calm themselves down, settle down and settle into this game, because it's been a little bit of a shaky start so far. Steph Catley now coming forward. That's a nice turn and spin there from Caitlin Ford. She finds Viv Mead in a little bit of space. Beth Mead over on that far side. This is a chance for Arsenal. Beth Mead fires a shot. It's deflected. Oh, it's just wide of that far post. Beth Mead's shot. 3 goals for Beth this season, including the opener, of course, in the North London derby in our last WSL game, what seems like ages ago. Good break from Arsenal. Good shot there. It was deflected, and the deflection took it wide of that far post. Goalkeeper was beaten in the rain here at Reading, but it is a corner to Arsenal, which Beth Mead is going to come across to this near side to take. That was a much better play from Arsenal. Really good counter-attack. This corner from Beth played low to the edge of the 6-yard box. It's half clear by Reading. It comes to the edge of the box. A shot's fired in from Leah Walty. And again, Reading just about managed to scramble the ball away. In fact, it was Katie McCabe, with that shot from the edge of the box, not Leah Walty. It's gone out for a throw over on that far side, though. But this is much better from Arsenal. Good play again. And that was a different type of corner there from Beth. Low into the near post. Reading couldn't really deal with it. The shot came in, but it was blocked. And Reading managed to scramble the ball away. And now they're looking to come forward themselves over on that far side. But that ball's gone out for a throw to Arsenal, which Lotta Wubermoy is going to take. Goes back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger now. Steph Catley's got a little bit of space here. Unusual position for her. Oh, we've got a comment in the chat there from Maisie. Says, where are you watching it? I don't know where in the world you are, Maisie. In the UK, it's on Sky. It's on Sky Showcase as well. Elsewhere in the world, I'm not sure where it is available on. I'm sorry, but stay with us anyway, and we'll keep you up to date with everything that is going on in this big game for the Arsenal women. We played 13.5 minutes. It is still Reading 0, Arsenal 0, and it's going to be a throw to Reading over on that far side. Arsenal have had 2 chances to take the lead in this game so far. Stina Blackstenius in the first minute was well saved by the goalkeeper, actually, Jackie Byrne. And then just a few moments ago, Beth Mead's shot throw over on that far side took a deflection and it went just wide of that far post. And Reading have had 1 or 2 little moments of their own, mainly down to a bit of sloppy play from Arsenal, actually. Maisie says, okay, perfect. I will stay fit. No worries at all. Please give it a like as well. And, if you do enjoy what we do here on the channel, consider subscribing as well. We do obviously give coverage, massive coverage to the Arsenal women and also the men as well. We'll be covering the game on Wednesday as well. A long ball there from Lotta Wubermoy looking for Beth Mead over on that far side. It was well covered, actually, by the Reading defence, but it's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on the far side, which Laura Wainhofer takes quickly, gets the ball back again. The Austrian made a big impact in the Euros, didn't she? Particularly her performance against England when she kept Lauren Hemp really quiet, didn't she? She had a great Euros, Laura Wainhofer. And Arsenal coming forward now. Beth Mead over on that far side, drills it in towards Caitlin Ford, made that run. In fact, it was Stina, over on that far side. Stina Blackstenius did well there. The cross was charged away. Caitlin Ford was coming in from that left-hand side, trying to make a run into the near post to get on the end of it, but the cross didn't quite reach her. And in the end, it's gone out and Reading have scrambled it away for a corner on the far side. We've got Fada Garcia in the chat there. Hello, Madrid. Madrid fan, are you? That's good. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I'm sure you're looking forward to the start of the Champions League this week, as well as we are, of course. Henry's in the chat as well. He says, greetings to all Arsenal fans. It's a great feeling where we'll be in the Premier League. It is indeed, and hopefully we can win this game tonight and we can be top of the WSL as well. Complete another good week for Arsenal. But we've still got work to do in this game. We've played 15 minutes. It is still Reading 0, Arsenal 0. A big week for the Arsenal. We've been 3 tough away games starting here today, then in Lyon during the week in the Champions League, and then next Sunday away at Liverpool. Another game we'd be expected to win, obviously, but you can never take anything for granted. Liverpool, of course, did beat Chelsea on the opening day, as we know. Katie McCabe now coming forward for Arsenal down this near side. This is nice. Exchanges passes with Katie Ford. Katie McCabe towards the edge of the box, puts the ball in towards the penalty spot, but it's Reading defender there who comes across. I think it was Dina Cooper there, got that ball clear for Reading, but this is much better from Arsenal now. We are starting to tick in midfield, get a grip of this game, and this is good play. Katie McCabe again plays it square into Kim Little. Back to Lotta Wubermoy now. Kim Little can come forward for Arsenal, the captain. So she's got 2 goals already this season. The very opening goal of the season, of course, against Brighton. What seems like ages ago now. We've only played 1 more WSL game since then. It's been a very funny start to the season with the international break, with the postponements on the first weekend. And here we are playing our 3rd WSL game, and we are in the middle of October. Wow, what a strange start to the season it's been. But anyway, let's hope that we can continue winning. Steph Catley now comes over halfway for Arsenal, playing centre back tonight. That's a long ball, looking over on that far side for the run of Beth Mead. Again, it's a Reading head that gets there. Beth Mead chases that down. chased down Lily Woodman there, but the pass forward from Woodman just going to run all the way through to Zinsberger. She plays it square out here to Steph Catley for Arsenal. Catley goes back again to the goalkeeper. Zinsberger plays it out to Lotta Wubben-Moy, pings it in to midfield. This is nice from Arsenal. That's a long ball out to that far side, looking for the runner, Beth Mead. Can she keep it in? Sorry, it's Laura Wainwright out there. Puts a cross in towards the unrushing Viv Miedemeier there, but again, Reading that full stretch to defence. Arsenal coming forward again, though. That's a cross in towards the far post, looking for Caitlin Ford. She lays it back to Viv on the edge of the area. She's got 3 Reading players around her, Viv. She couldn't do a lot about that. And the referee has now stopped the game as a head injury to a Reading defender. And it is going to, I'm not sure it's going to be a free kick to Reading. But Viv there, the ball came to her. She had 3 players around her. Not really much she could do there. She tried to get around all of them. And in the end, a stray arm from Viv into the face of the Reading defender, elbow actually. It was accidental. Viv would not elbow a player on purpose, would she? Let's be honest. She was just looking to get her balance, and she just caught the Reading player. And it's going to be a free kick. David's in the chat here, mate. He said Kim Little is my best player as per now. Thanks for the update. Kim Little's been good in midfield, of course. She's always good in midfield. It hasn't been a great Arsenal performance quite yet, has it? It's been very bitty. We haven't quite got any flow yet. We've had 1 or 2 good moments, though, and we have had a couple of big chances to have taken the lead. So once we start to click in this game, I can see us going on and winning it fairly comfortably. But anyway, Arsenal now trying to come forward again down this near side. Caitlin Ford does well. Kim Little tidies it up and plays it to that far side. So Lotta Wubben-Moy coming forward. Oh, that's a poor ball, actually, looking for Beth Mead. And now Reading have got a chance of a counter-attack, but that's a poor ball, actually. Kimmy Little again picks it up, plays the ball to Viv Miedemeier, pings it to this near side. That's a good ball. Caitlin Ford, she's got Stina just ahead of her. Caitlin Ford twisting and turning, tries to get it back to Viv on the edge of the box. It's going to fall instead here to Leah Wall. She plays it out to that far side to Beth Mead. Is she going to get a shot on the edge of the box? Beth Mead, she goes to shoot and instead she doesn't, and maybe she should have done. Viv instead now, she does try a shot from the edge of the box. Oh, it hits a Reading defender straight in the face there. And that be a sore one, that, because Viv really got hold of that shot from about 25 yards, but Arsenal still coming forward over on that far side. Beth Mead does well, holds off a defender, keeps possession for Arsenal. Leah Walty then plays it back to Lotta Wubben-Moy, bringing the ball forward, and that's a pass forward into Beth Mead, quite central, plays it square to Viv, lays it off to Kim Little on the edge of the box. Is it going to be opportunity for a shot? No, again, Reading have got everybody back behind the ball, making it really, really difficult for Arsenal to get the ball in to the box, but we're still in possession now. Good play there from Leah Walty, plays it back. Now we've got an opportunity with Steph Catley now coming forward for Arsenal, plays it square to Leah Walty again. This is better from Arsenal now. We're forcing Reading right back into their own half. Ball played out to that far side. Now it's played into Steph Catley. She does well again. Steph Catley lays the ball off to Beth Mead, and now it's back with Lotta Wubben-Moy inside the centre circle. Plays it to that far side. Leah Walty now plays a low ball in, laid off well by Beth Mead. Viv now got a little bit of space on the end of the box. Now it's Caitlin Ford inside the area. Can she get a shot away? Caitlin Ford, is this to the far post? It's going to be a goal. Oh, she's missed it. Was it Beth Mead at the far post? Oh, it wasn't. It was Laura Wainwright who came in at the far post there. A great move from Arsenal. A lovely ball in there from Caitlin Ford. Laura came in at the far post, threw herself at that. Thought she was going to put that in. It would have been her first Arsenal goal. Actually, not quite sure what she was doing that high up the pitch. She was onside Caitlin Ford. It was a lovely ball to the far post. Laura Waffer came in. It was a great effort, actually. Just went past that far post, across the goalkeeper. Oh, so close to her first goal and so close to the opening goal in this game. But another chance for Arsenal has gone missing. Terry says out. Probably from that shot there, was it, from Viv? That was that looked like it hurt. And John says, come on, Arsenal. Reading are defending. Well, no, they are defending well so far. They really are. But we've had a couple of chances already, haven't we? And you can sense something's coming now. We're picking up the ball in midfield quite a lot, winning all the second balls. And we're coming forward again now with Kim Little over on that far side. Surely she's fouled, and she is fouled. And it will be a free kick to Arsenal. That was Primer there, Tia Primer with the foul. And Arsenal got a free kick. We're really starting to get on top of this game now, following a little bit of a shaky start, it has to be said. The first 10 minutes or so, we didn't look, we wasn't getting our game going, but we have now. We're largely in control. We've played 22 minutes, so we're midway through this first half. It's going to be a free kick. Steph, Catley and Beth Mead are over this. It's midway inside the Reading half. Needs a good delivery here, and we could create an opportunity. Everyone's lined up on the edge of the penalty. The ball comes in towards the penalty spot. A header comes in, but it was defended again well by Reading, and they have defended well so far. Then a shot from distance there from Katie McCabe hits another Reading defender, and then they do clear it away. The Royals up this near side, but that's good cover again by the captain, Kim Little, who seems to pop up everywhere on the pitch, doesn't she? Wherever the ball is, you generally will find Kim Little very, very shortly coming towards it, or winning it, or being on it and passing it. She's on the ball again on this near side. She was fouled again, which the referee says no, and Reading have picked the ball up. And now an opportunity for Reading on the counter-attack. Oh, that's a great tackle in midfield there from Leah Walty. Really good stuff from her. And now Arsenal have got a chance of a counter-attack. Viv Miedemar pings the ball through. Oh, I don't know if she was looking for Stina there or Caitlin Ford. In the end, it just ran out. And in fact, she's holding her wrist a little bit there, Viv. I don't know if she's got a slight injury. I think she might have. Is it her hand or her wrist? She looks like she's in a little bit of pain. She's wants some treatment. And she's going to go and get some treatment now. She's just going to sit down. It looks like an arm injury for her. I'm not quite sure where that's come from, actually. Charlotte's in the chat there says, where can I watch it? I'm not sure whereabouts you are in the world. It is on Sky. It's on Sky Sports. It's also on Sky Showcase if you have access to that. If you're not in the UK, then I'm sorry, I don't know where it'll be available. But stay with us. We can obviously keep you updated with everything that's going on here in this big game. It is still Reading 0, Arsenal 0. Viv is now getting some treatment for what looks like a wrist injury or an arm injury, her left arm there. Hopefully she's going to be okay. It was her ball there, which was slightly overhit, actually, and it went out for a goal kick to Reading. We are midway through the first half. Well, just a bit more than that now. Arsenal just started to settle now. We did have that really big chance in the very first minute of the game when Stina Blackstenius was put through a long ball over the top from Steph Catley, but the goalkeeper, Jackie Burr, made a really good save. And then Reading had probably had the better of the play for the next sort of 10 minutes after that. But Arsenal have now settled down and are starting to look really, really dangerous. And we've had one or two chances lure away. It was a way that Viv landed on her arm there, actually, following that earlier free kick. She landed a bit awkwardly there. And that's what the problem is. She's just getting it strapped up now, her wrist. Let's hope she's going to be okay and she'll be able to carry on in this game, because she's starting to have a little bit more influence on the play now, isn't she, Viv? So let's hope this doesn't slow her down too much. It looks like she's getting her hand strapped up on the pitch at the moment. She doesn't look to be in too much distress, actually, which is okay. And that injury is just going to be sorted out now. And I'm sure Viv will be okay to continue. She's just going to get back to her feet again. And a little bit sheepishly, but she's now got her hand strapped up. And I'm sure she'll be okay. She just landed awkwardly there when she went for the header. She came down and landed on her wrist. And it's a bit of a sore one, but she's going to be okay. Of course, she has to go off over on that far side now, having received some treatment. And the game will restart with a goal kick to Reading. And Viv's still not looking completely at ease with her arm. She has now come back onto the pitch. Let's hope that doesn't slow her down too much, because she's going to be an important player in this game. But it's Reading currently in possession over on this near side, coming forward themselves. But that's not a very good ball, actually. And it was tidied up well. And now Arsenal got a chance of a counter-attack. Stina Blackstenius, the defender, tried to hold her back, but she's got clear. Stina Blackstenius, she's got to run through. She's got a few defenders in front of her. She goes square instead to Beth Mead. Arsenal have got a couple of players over here. Can Beth Mead find someone? She's found Caitlin Ford in the box. Caitlin Ford's got past the defender. Can she put a cross in again? It's deflected. It comes to the edge of the box. Oh, Stina was in there battling for that ball, but in the end, again, Reading have scrambled it clear. Arsenal just can't quite get the final touch on it at the moment, can they? One or two half chances. That ball's actually kept in on this near side. Arsenal still in possession. I don't know. In fact, the linesman has flagged it's gone out. It is going to be a throw, I think, to Reading. But again, Arsenal coming forward there, looking really dangerous. Down this left-hand side, that seems to be where the most of the attacks are coming from. It was really good play from Caitlin Ford, and it was a low cross from her. And in the end, Reading did just about manage to scramble that ball away. But Stina did well. She was held back initially, but she showed really good strength and pace to get away. And she's got the ball again. She's had a good start to this game, Stina, actually. She's really posing a threat to that Reading defence. Say that one big chance that she missed. And now Arsenal conceded a free kick. Actually, it was Steph Catley with the foul. And midway inside the Arsenal half, Reading are going to have a free kick just slightly to their right-hand side. And they've got an opportunity to get the ball into that Arsenal penalty area. We've played at 27 minutes. And so far, it's been not, it hasn't been the best Arsenal performance, but we have still had 2 or 3 really good chances to have scored, but we haven't. And now we've got to defend this free kick. It's say about midway inside at the Arsenal half. It is going to be Van Hoovermat with that free kick. It goes long towards the 6-yard box, overhit though, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. But really now we're looking to try and get in on the end of that, but it was overhit. And it wasn't great defending from Arsenal. When all your defenders are running back towards your own goal, you know you're in trouble there. But luckily the free kick was overhit and Arsenal survived that, and now we can come forward ourselves over on that far side. We've had a few issues down that right-hand side actually in this first half. We haven't really managed to get any decent moves going really down there. And we've had 1 or 2 shaky moments defensively as well. Laura and Beth not quite linking up as well as we would like. And most of Arsenal's better players come down the left actually, with Caitlin Ford and Katie McCabe, who have linked up a lot better. But Laura does pick that ball up there, goes back to Lotta Wubenmoy, and she gives it back to Manu Zinsberger. Now it's with Steph Catley just outside the Arsenal penalty area. We've played nearly half an hour at Reading. It is still Reading 0, Arsenal 0. Arsenal have been the better team, there's no doubt. We've had the better chances, but Reading have defended pretty well so far, you have to say. We haven't really had too many big opportunities, just that real early one from Stina and the shot from Laura, which went just wide of that far post. But Arsenal now coming forward, lots of Wubenmoy with a Leah Williamson tight ball, trying to ping it from right to left. Katie McCabe does pick it up, finds Viv, who does well, plays the ball back in to Leah Walty. Now it's in to the Kim Little. Lovely play this from Arsenal. Shot from Beth Mead. Oh, it's in the corner. It is 1-0. In fact, it's Stina with the goal, not Beth Mead. Stina Blackstead. What a finish that is. Right into that far corner from the edge of the penalty area. Didn't look like she hit it with a lot of power, but it didn't matter because it had the accuracy. And very similar to the goal she scored at West Ham on the final day of last season. That was a beautiful finish, actually, from the edge of the box. Lovely, lovely stuff from Arsenal, and it is. Kim Little it was with the assist. The shot on the turn through the defender's legs, right into that bottom corner. No saving that from the goalkeeper. Powerful hit shot, actually. It was a well-struck shot. Very good finish that is from a difficult distance. And Stina makes up for that early miss. That is her 10th goal in just 21 appearances for Arsenal, and it is. Is 1-0 to the Arsenal. It was Stina Blackstenius with the goal. Well taken goal it was as well. Great stuff. Terry says, get in there. Indeed, it was great stuff there. And we've got S77 official says, hi, I'm from Siraji Abdi from Kenya. I'm Siraji Abdi from Kenya tonight. I don't see we will win this game because without Leah Williamson, I give up. No, we're winning 1-0. We're going to be fine in this game. And I'm sure we'll be fine against Liverpool next week. Might not be so easy against Leon during the week, though. But we are winning this game 1-0 now. A lovely finish from Stina Blackstenius. And Stina's coming forward again over on this near side. She has been really good in this game so far. Fully deserves that goal. That's a nice ball inside. It's going to be another opportunity. Is it Caitlin Ford? Holds the ball up well. Tries to pull it back. Where again, it hits a Reading defender. She was looking there for the run of Beth Mead. but it goes into the arms of goalkeeper Jackie Byrne. Again, Stina's at the heart of everything at the moment for Arsenal. She's had a really strong start to this game, and she's got herself a goal as well. And Arsenal are currently on a run of 10 consecutive victories, which is the third highest, in WSL history. 12 is our record, of course. Arsenal now trying to come forward again down this near side, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Why not play on? Because Caitlin Ford had got away there. Yes, she was held back, but it doesn't matter because she'd got away. And a free kick's supposed to give an advantage to the player that was fouled. But in that particular occasion, the advantage would have been to play on because Caitlin Ford was in behind the Reading defence down this near side, and she could have had a run on and hopefully create an opportunity. Anyway, it's a free kick just inside the Arsenal half, which Katie McKay is going to take as she plays it across the pitch to Lotta Wooben-Moy, and then she plays it square over on that far side for Laura Wainwright in to Leah Walty. That's nice. In fact, a little bit of confusion there between Leah Walty and Katie McKay, who was going to get that ball, and it's gone out instead for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Just slight miscommunication there in the Arsenal midfield. But anyway, Viv now on that far side plays it in the near side. Sorry, to Beth Mead at the near post. Tries to pull it back. And in the end, again, Reading clear it away well. They have defended for their lives in this game. You can say that, definitely. They worked really hard. But Arsenal now with the lead. And you can see us going on, hopefully, and getting a few more. Terry says there, we needed that goal. Now only 7 more before 90 minutes. There, of course, Terry's prediction was 8-0. In case you missed it earlier, let me know what you're thinking the scoreline might be. On the show on Friday, I did say 4-1. The longer this game's going on, the less likely I'm thinking that Reading might score now. I was a little bit concerned about our defence, but so far, Reading haven't had a shot on target, have they? So I'm going to go maybe 4-0 again, a third 4-0 win in a row in the league. But we shall see how that works out. Anyway, it is going to be a throw to Arsenal, deep inside Arsenal's half on the near side. And let's see what is going to happen in these final 10 minutes or so. A mistake there from Arsenal, actually. That was poor play from Katie McKay. It's gone off her for a throw there to Reading in the attacking third on this near side. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. The goal from Stina Blackstenius, it was from the edge of the box, a really good finish from her. Reading now have an opportunity inside the 6-yard box, but again, Arsenal defend that pretty well, actually, and we scrambled the ball clear. Stina was looking to get on the end of that clearance, actually, and in the end, it's Katie McKay battling away really well there. Of course, she's on a high this week after Ireland qualified for the World Cup, beating Scotland in the process. Cross comes in there from this near side, but that's comfortable for Manu Zinsberger. Just grabs the ball there, trying to calm it down a little bit there. Reading just had 1 or 2 little attacks there, put Arsenal under a little bit of pressure, but Manu Zinsberger there rolls the ball out to that far side to Lotta Wooben-Moy and gets it back again. Manu Zinsberger now, she finds Steph Catley on this near side, playing as a left-sided centre-back tonight. So far, so good for Arsenal in this important game at the top end of the WSL, a game that we have to win. If we are going to go back to the top, we need a couple more goals, ideally. Oh, great tackle there defensively from Laura Wainwright. And now Arsenal can come forward over on that far side. This is really good play. That's a ball up the line to Beth Mead. Can she get there first? No, she can't. Sorry, to Stina. Beth Mead gives it back again, and then Stina's offside. Oh, that was unfortunate, actually. It was a good tackle initially by the Reading defender. The ball then came back to Beth Mead. She played it back towards Stina Blackstenius, but she was offside that time. And it's going to be a free kick to Reading. We've played 36 minutes. It is Reading 0, Arsenal 1. Stina Blackstenius with the goal, her third goal of the season, and second in the WSL, and a 10th in total for Arsenal. Of course, she got 7 at the end of last season in, 15, 14 games or whatever it was she played in the last season. Really, really good player, Stina Blackstenius. So excited to see her playing for Arsenal. Such a good player. Didn't have her best Euros. Sweden didn't do as well as they might have hoped for. They did get to the semi-final, but they kind of struggled through their group a little bit, didn't they? Stina did score 1 goal in the tournament, and there's an injury actually to Reading over on that far side. Looks like a painful one. Is it on the back of her head there? Is that Lily Woodman, who's just getting some treatment now over on that far side? Not really sure what's happened to her there actually, but anyway, they're going to show the goal again. It was a good move from Arsenal. Kim Little picked up a little pocket of space, got the ball through to Stina. She had a shot on the turn. The keeper maybe slightly disappointed actually that she didn't get down a little bit quicker, but it came through the defender's legs and she's full stretch, couldn't get there actually. It was just out of her reach, wasn't it? And Stina has got the goal and Arsenal can celebrate. Viv and Stina just in conversation there. Maybe Viv's telling her the type of run she wants her to make to get in behind. But there is an injury over on that far side to a Reading defender. I think it might well be Lily Woodman, actually. Lily Woodham, sorry. But there's some treatment going on there. So there's no further play at this moment in time while there's some treatment going on for the Reading player. And we will get some stoppage time at the end of this first half. Let's hope that the injury is not too serious. And in fact, the game is about to restart. So the Reading player is just over on that far side, having received treatment. Going to come back on now. And it's a throw there to Reading, which they take. And straight away, she's back in the action there with them on the ball. Arsenal, though, falls Reading back over on that far side. And now we pick up that loose ball. That's really good play. Again, over on that far side. That's a nice ball play. Through it towards Stina again. But again, it was good defending. Beth Mead now coming forward. Lovely play this from Arsenal. Beth Mead, can she get there? Oh, the ball just ran away from her there, actually. And Reading have picked it up in midfield. And now it's a long ball forward up this near side. But Manu Zinsberger is going to cover that all day long. No problem at all for Arsenal. Fairly comfortable we've been defensively in this opening 39 minutes of this game. There will be a bit of stoppage time, of course. Viv had that injury, didn't she, to her hand. And there was just an injury there over on the far side to the Reading defender as well. So we'll probably get 3 minutes or so of stoppage time, won't we? Manu Zinsberger now plays the ball out to that far side to Laura Wainwright as she gets it back again. Big chance for her to score that goal, wasn't there, a little while ago? Coming forward again over on that far side. Look for the run there of Stina inside the fullback. The defender was covering there, but the ball goes back to Laura. That's a poor ball forward, and now Reading look to break quickly. It's a brilliant tackle in midfield, and Arsenal coming forward, and then there's a foul there on Beth Mead. And it's going to be another free kick to Arsenal. Beth, they're looking quite frustrated there. She was pulled back. And yes, it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal into the last 5 minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. The rain has not stopped all the way through this game. The pitch is very slippery and skiddy, and it's certainly had an impact on the game so far. But it's so far so good for Arsenal. It is a free kick now, midway inside at the Reading half, just slightly over to that right-hand side. Opportunity to get that ball back into that box again. Arsenal and Reading players lined up just on the edge of the D, outside the penalty area. We are now into the last 5 minutes of this first half. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. And it is going to be a free kick, which I'm not sure who's going to take this. Is it going to be Beth Mead or is it going to be Steph Catley? They're both over this ball. It's going to be Beth Mead, pings it towards the far post. It's a Reading head again, well defended by Reading. Katie McKay picks that ball up. Can she get across in? Katie McKay, she does, but it's deflected behind it. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal as we come down towards the final 3.5 minutes of this first half. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. It's been a fairly comfortable performance from Arsenal so far. Defensively, we've not really been troubled, but we could and maybe should have scored another 2 or 3 goals. There was a yellow card actually given to Tia Primer there for that foul earlier on Beth Mead just a moment ago. But it's a corner to Arsenal now, looking to finish this first half again on top, looking for a second goal. Beth Mead He's going to take this corner from the near side, Arsenal's left, played in towards the near post. It's headed out by Reading. Only comes as far inside the box to Katie McKay. Was she fouled in the box? The referee says no, but the ball's come back out again to Kim Little. Plays it back in. Oh, an opportunity there for Lotta Woober-Moy, who was in the 6-yard box, looking to get ahead on the end of that. But in the end, the referee has given a free kick. Was it a foul by Stina Blackstenius in there? Not really sure, but anyway, Arsenal wasn't able to get the ball into the net, and it wouldn't have counted anyway, as it was a free kick. In fact, it might have been Leah Walters' shot initially, actually, from the edge of the box. Doesn't score very often, does she, Leah Walters? But that would have caused the goalkeeper 1 or 2 issues had that been on target. That was a long goal kick there from the Reading goalkeeper, Jackie Byrne. The ball's played up that far side, but Arsenal again deal with it pretty well. Pretty good again. That was Laura Waymouth there, finds Beth Mead over on that far side. Arsenal in possession again, trying to launch an attack over on that far side, but that ball got out for a throw to Reading. It was Leah Walters' shot just a moment ago, which came close to giving Arsenal the lead. To doubling Arsenal's lead. We're already in front, of course, just to doubling Arsenal's lead. I've had a long day, two watchalongs. Hasn't been an easy day, but so far so good. Arsenal won 1-0, of course, at Leeds earlier. Arsenal winning 1-0 here at Reading as well. Let's hope we can see this through, and obviously add to our goals in the second half. We are into the final 2 minutes of the first half. Reading trying to come forward over on that far side. Lotta Woober-Moy across and deals with that well. Good defending from Lotta, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. You'd imagine, I think there's going to be 3 minutes, perhaps a stoppage time at the end of this half following those couple of injury breaks that we had. And it's going to be a goal kick now, which Manu Zinsberger takes quickly to Steph Catley on this near side, plays it into midfield to Leah Walters. And now it's out to Lotta Woober-Moy over on that far side. And she plays it back again to Manu Zinsberger. And that's a Steph Catley again. And Catley gives it back to Manu Zinsberger. That's not a great ball back to her, actually. She has to scamper across there, the Austrian goalkeeper. And she goes long up that far side. That's a good ball, actually. And it might well launch a counter attack with Beth Mead, but it's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal. Terry says there, Reading can't keep this up for 90 minutes. Surely they're defending well, though, Reading. Yeah, they are defending well, yeah. And yeah, you're right. They probably can't keep it up for 90 minutes. And you'd imagine that sooner or later the chances will come and we will score a few more goals. But ultimately, it's about winning this game, getting the 3 points, keeping up our 100% start to the season. And I think it's a matter now of while we're without Leah and Rafaela Souza, it's important that we just win as many games as we can, get as many points on the board, and hopefully then when they're back, we're going to be a lot stronger for what will be some tougher games, obviously coming up. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, all later on to come, of course, the big games against the big teams. It's going to decide probably the league title. But as we saw last season, some of these so-called smaller teams can pose problems, can't they? We found that out, didn't we, with that defeat at Birmingham? But looks like we're not going to fall to a similar defeat here tonight. We are 1-0 up. And we are now into stoppage time. It's going to be 4 minutes, actually, of stoppage time. Beth Mead with a long ball forward. Oh, it's going to come through to Caitlin Ford, just on the edge of the box. Caitlin Ford, can she get a shot away? Oh, it's across the goalkeeper. Unlucky Caitlin Ford there. She hasn't scored yet this season, but she's certainly been one of our most consistent players. It's a lovely ball, actually, from Beth Mead to find her. Maybe a little ball inside Sestina may have been the better option. Instead, she went for goal. It went across the goalkeeper, but it went wide of that far post as well. And that's another opportunity for Arsenal. We could and maybe should be further ahead. We've had 8 shots in this first half, but only 2 on target. That's significant, isn't it? That very early one from Stina, which the goalie saved, and then Stina's goal. So she's the only one to have a shot on target so far, Stina Blackstenius. And she has been a threat all through the game of her running in behind. She's had a really, really good first half, Stina. Of course, she was on the bench, wasn't she, at Tottenham in the last WSL game. That's the only first game that she hasn't started this season. In fact, it's the only game she hasn't started. Now we're coming forward again with Beth Mead down that far side. She's fouled again, Beth Mead. And I do feel, unfortunately, as though that is going to be something that her successful summer is going to lead to a lot more fouls against her, unfortunately. That was Lily Woodham there with that particular foul. Beth was just too good for it. Got the ball past her. and it was a foul. But anyway, and it's a yellow card actually as well for Lily Woodham. So that's 2 yellow cards, both for fouls on Beth Mead. Lily Woodham with that yellow card. The previous one was for Tia Private, wasn't it? Anyway, I also got a free kick over on that far side, about 5 yards in from that far touchline. Looks like it's going to be Steph Catley to whip this in with her left foot. Let's see if we can get a second goal right at the very end of this first half. The first half largely dominated by Arsenal, it has to be said, but it's only 1-0. That free kick from Steph Catley's header comes in. It's a defensive header put behind. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It was Natasha Dowie with the header there. The Reading forward hasn't really had much opportunity at the other end to get into this game, such as being Arsenal's dominance, really. But we are now into the final 90 seconds of the first half. It is a corner over on at this near side, which Beth Mead is going to come across the take for Arsenal. Can we get a second goal just before half-time, which would really settle things down, wouldn't it? Instead, this corner's played short. Beth Mead gets it again, plays it square across the box. Wasn't actually a great ball looking for Leah Walty, but in the end, Reading do scramble it away. But Arsenal coming forward to get up this near side. Great ball. Steph Catley takes that well in her stride, plays it forward in to Viv, gets it back again. That was our offside, actually. It was an offside over on that far side from Caitlin Ford. And it is going to be a free kick to Reading. We are now into the final minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. The first half, I say, largely dominated by Arsenal. Terry says there, Jonas saying Raf and Leah out for about 7 weeks. Yeah, it's looking that way. At least 7 weeks, yeah. It's not good news. Terry says there, Mido must hold another record soon for most foul play. Yeah, well, I think that's going to be what the tactics are going to be for other teams, isn't it? You can't stop her by normal means because she's just too good. So, she's going to be fouled a lot. I don't think there's any doubt about that. She's just going to have to learn to deal with that extra attention, isn't she, from the opposition players. Anyway, Lotta Woburn has lost the ball high up the pitch. This could leave us a little bit short at the back. Reading coming forward now in the final few seconds of this first half, but that's not a very good ball, actually. And Laura Wainoffer comes across, gets the ball up to Beth Mead. And in fact, there goes the half-time whistle. A decent first half from Arsenal, largely in control. The best player in that first half, I thought, for Arsenal was probably Stina Blackstenius. She constantly caused the Reading defence problems with her running in behind. She was unlucky very early on not to give us the lead with a one-on-one with a goalkeeper. Usually you'd back her to score, but it was a good save from Jackie Byrne. Arsenal had one or two other big opportunities as well. Laura Wainwright put one wide at the far post. Would have been her first goal across the goal. Stina Blackstenius had another effort. Beth Mead had one deflected wide. But it was Stina that got the goal after half an hour. It was a nice move from Arsenal. It was Kim Little played the ball forward to Stina on the edge of the box. She turned and hit it through the defender's legs, and it went in to the far corner of the net. And yeah, I don't think there's any doubt Arsenal deserve that half-time lead. Maybe could and should be a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, it's been, we've overcome one or two difficulties. The weather conditions, the wet weather hasn't helped. The fact that we're missing our two best central defenders, and we're going to have to get used to that for the next few weeks. But it's been a good performance in the end. Bit of a slow start from Arsenal. Looks a little bit nervy after that early miss, but we've grown into that game. We've started to get on top, and yeah, we've largely been a much better team, and as you would expect us to be against Reading. No disrespect to Reading, they are bottom of the table with no points so far this season. So yeah, job so far so good for Arsenal, but still 45 minutes to play. And we need another goal, don't we, just to settle us down. And we saw what happened to the men, obviously, earlier on with that 1-0 half-time lead with a goal, a very similar kind of point in the game as well, wasn't it? And we held on in the second half. Let's hope that the women can get the job done a little bit more convincingly in the second half, maybe. We shall see. But so far so good. We're happy with that. That will do very, very nicely indeed, won't it? Which is good, and we lead at the break. Terry says there, coffee and choc hobnobs, Bicky time. I don't drink coffee. I would drink tea, but I just had a cup of tea before we started, so I'm not really ready for a cup of tea yet. Actually, another one. I'll probably wait till the end of the game now. And rich teas are my biscuit of choice, actually. Rich teas, I do like a good rich tea, so they would be my choice. I may well have some a bit later on, actually, with a cup of tea after the game. It's been a busy day on the channel. Of course, we were here for the Arsenal game against Leeds earlier. That was a tight 1-0 win, wasn't it? Very, very difficult. But we got there in the end, and now the women are also winning 1-0. Another goal for Arsenal would take us to the top of the league in the WSL, wouldn't it? So we'd be top of the league again. We've liked to be in top of the league, haven't we? We've enjoyed it. So let's hope we can do that and get. But the most important thing is the 3 points ultimately, isn't it? Chelsea had a few problems today, didn't it? Let's have a look then. So we'll just get confirmation of that Liverpool game. It was, yes, Liverpool did beat Manchester City 1-0 in the Premier League. Mo Salah it was with that goal earlier on. So where it leaves the table is we are 4 points clear of Man City. Incredible, incredible. Every team has now lost a game as well. So that's good, isn't it? Man City, of course, second, and Tottenham on 23 points. Then Chelsea are fourth. They're looking pretty good now, aren't they? Under Graham Potter, they've got 19 with a game in hand. So they are not out of it yet, are they either? Manchester United have got 16. They're in fifth place after played 9. Newcastle are sixth. They've played 10, got 15 points. So a big win today for Arsenal. At the bottom, they're Nottingham Forest, who we play next week, are bottom of the table on 5 points. Leicester are 19th on 5. And in Southampton, in the bottom 3, is Ralph going to be the next to go in the Premier League, maybe? 8 points for Southampton, and Wolves are on 9. And Aston Villa on 9. Gerrard's struggling as well, isn't he? And Leeds, of course, who we beat today, they had 9 points from 9 games in 15th. And of course, in the WSL, we will have a look at the WSL table as well, because that's what we're here for today. So let me get that up there. So let's have a look at the table. So currently, as things stand, Manchester United are top with 9 points plus 10 goal difference. Arsenal are currently second, if it stays like this, with 9 points and plus 9 goal difference. I'll say one more goal would take us to the top. Chelsea are third. They've got 9 points, but they've played 4 games, of course, because they did lose to Liverpool, didn't they? Who we play next week. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Aston Villa are now down to 4th, following their first defeat of the season against West Ham. They've got 6 points. Everton have got 6 points from 4. They are 5th. And then West Ham have got 6 points from 4. They're 6th. And Tottenham are down in 7th. They've got 6 points from 3. 2 wins and 1 defeat for Tottenham. Man City got their first win of the season, didn't they? Today, beating Leicester 4-0, and Leicester are bottom as things stand with -8 goal difference. Reading -6. They're the only 2 teams yet to register a point this season, and the way things are going, Reading are going to have to wait a bit longer, aren't they, to get their point, because so far they are losing this game as well, aren't they? So, but yeah, it was a decent enough first half from Arsenal. Not not the free flowing Arsenal performance that we would have been expecting or hoping for, but ultimately it's all about winning, isn't it? And we are certainly going about that in the right way tonight, winning 1-0 at half time. Terry says another goal, and Reading will either come out and try to get back in the game or try and shut up shop, damage limitations. Yeah, I mean, they seem to have set up a bit like that anyway in the first place, don't they? They do seem to have done that, set up as damage limitations. And, you do feel as had that really early goal gone in, that we may well have been comfortably ahead already. But it wasn't quite to be, was it? And I do feel if we do get the next goal in this game early in the second half, then Reading will probably try and sit back and make it damage limitations. But we've got the quality, haven't we? We know that if we get our act together, if we can get our attacking play together, things haven't quite maybe fallen for us as well as we might have hoped for in that first half at times. I think Reading have defended well. There's no doubt about that. You have to give them a lot of credit for that. And but yeah, I just feel as though if we're just maybe 2 or 3% better in that final third, you would imagine we will go on and score 2 or 3 more in the second half and win this game pretty comfortably, let's be honest, as we should do. But yeah, I'm not going to quite take it for granted yet, because we know what football can be like. We've seen it before. When you've got a 1-0 lead, it's easy to concede a goal, concede a set piece, or something can happen, you know, a bit of magic from one of the Reading players, who knows. So, yeah, the job's not done yet, not by any means, but we are well on the way, halfway to getting the 3 points. And who knows, another hopefully big Arsenal victory. But good play, a good first half that was from Stina Blackstenius. I thought she was really, really good. Got herself the goal. And now we look ahead to the second half and hopefully a few more goals as well. It's been a good day for Arsenal so far, isn't it? The men beating Leeds, Manchester City losing, so we're 4 points clear at the top, and now the women winning as well at Reading, looking for the opportunity to go to the top as well. So let's see what happens. Let's see what the next 45 minutes bring us. But yeah, I'm pretty confident at this moment in time that we're going to win this game and go back to the top of the WSL, get another goal or 2 in the second half would be great, wouldn't it? Let's see how that works out. So yeah, we are currently at half time. It's Arsenal, Reading 0, Arsenal 1. And we look forward to the second half. So yeah, just quickly, what's going on the channel, just to keep you updated with everything. Very, very busy at the moment. We are tomorrow night, it's the Arsenal review, episode 10. We are back week 10, and we will be looking back, of course, at the win today over Leeds. Lots of talking points from that game, of course. We've got the guys joining us for that. That's going to be really good. And then after that, we have got Tuesday. It's the social extra with Steve and Adam. That is going to be really, really good. And then on Wednesday, of course, it's the Champions League. Arsenal women away at the Holders Lyon. What a nice way to start a Champions League campaign. That's on Wednesday, so we'll be live at 7:45 for that game. It's going to be a very tough game, we know that. But let's see what we can do there. Then Thursday, of course, it's the men again. Europa League, at home to PSV, the rearranged game. That kicks off at 6 o'clock. So we'll be able to show you that game for about 5:45. Friday, it's the Arsenal Women's Weekly Show with the panel. We'll be looking back on this game, looking back on the Lyon game, and looking into another big weekend. Obviously, a trip to Liverpool, and also another Champions League game against Zurich, of course, the week after. So that's on Friday, and of course, next Sunday, all the watch-alongs, the men and the women again. A busy, busy time on the channel. So if you do enjoy what we're doing, please give us a like. First of all, give this show a like. That'll be really, really helpful. All the likes help. And also, as well, if you do think that you do enjoy what we're doing, you like the sort of stuff that we do, please consider subscribing as well, because, again, that does help us to grow. We've got Holly in the chat there. Says, where are we, Holly? Sorry. Is this showing a video version of the game, of the live game? No, unfortunately, we can't due to copyright issues. If I did that, the channel would get shut down because we don't have the rights to show the game. It is on Sky in the UK. It's on Sky Showcase and also on Sky Sports. If you've got access to any of those 2 channels, you'll be able to watch it. Otherwise, if you're elsewhere in the world, I don't really know. But stay with us. We'll keep you updated anyway. Yeah, that's all we can do. Unfortunately, we can't show you any of the game. I did briefly show a goal last season, and the channel nearly got shut down. So that's how strict they are. And the stream would actually just get cut off straight away. They would just cut it off. So unfortunately, I can't show it, but I do apologise for that, but please stay with us anyway. John says, great to see both men and women teams doing well. Yeah, and I don't think it comes about from the way both clubs are now being run properly behind the scenes as well. I think that helps, doesn't it? I mean, the women have always been, one of the top teams, obviously, in the women's game, but we've had a few years without winning these trophies, and now we look as though we're back on the up again, and I'm sure we are going to have a very successful season, and the men as well, which is great, isn't it? Still a long way to go, of course. So we shall see what happens there. So yeah, it is going well this season. Let's be honest, isn't it? It is great to see all the club doing well, all the teams doing well, and let's hope that ultimately we want to see some silverware, don't we? It's been a long time, hasn't it, since an Arsenal team won a league title. The women not since 2018, and the men since 2004. So a league title would be nice, wouldn't it? And I do feel as though it's gonna happen some point very, very soon. You can see that the men's team are on an upward spiral. I don't think we can win the league yet this season. I know Man City lost today, but you've got to say, you know, I still think over 38 games they'll be able to claw us back, and we probably won't be able to win it this season. But who knows? We're up there at the minute. And with the women, I think we've got a great chance this season. And you can see the work that's going on, the new coach that came in last year and everything else, and it's going really well, isn't it? John says there, PSV won 6-1 today. Oh, did they? Wow. Okay. That makes, I mean, do we read too much into that? I mean, how strong is that league? Who do they play? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, isn't it? A lot of, you know, they haven't got the depth, have they, in the Eredivisie that they've got in other leagues in Europe. So you'd imagine that they are doing pretty well. John says, how are the youth academy teams doing? They're doing well, aren't they? The under 23s are doing really well, aren't they? Under Per Mertesacker. I don't know whether you saw the Inside Hale End documentary that's currently out. It's on YouTube. It's on the Arsenal website as well. You know, basically, it's an all or nothing for the academy system, the Hale End Academy. That's really good, actually. There's some really good young players that we've got at the moment coming through. You know, a few have been on the bench in the first team, of course. Already we know there was that young guy, wasn't there, Nathan Nwankwo come on, didn't he, recently at Brentford in the Premier League. And this is the sort of quality of players that we've got coming through. And, you know, the whole club are on a real upward spiral at the moment, aren't we? At all levels of the club. And it's great to see. But ultimately, what it's all about is it's all about where you finish, isn't it? It's not necessarily where you start, it's where you finish. And this season, we've got to get something from it, haven't we? We've got to get, whether it's top four for the men and hopefully a trophy, or whether it is the women winning. Women have got to win a trophy this season, let's be honest. We've got to. And that's what it's about, isn't it? And yes, there's good things in place for the future. And it's something that, you know, we want to be successful over a long period of time again, don't we? You know, it's no good winning one trophy here and then nothing again. We want to be constantly successful for a long period of time. And, you know, we've got a great opportunity to do that with how the club are building at the minute. And let's hope we can get it in. We can bring it to fruition and start seeing some real trophies coming in. Terry says that I still think we should try our best to bring in Millie Bright, where we'd be able to. We do need more central defenders, don't we? There's absolutely no doubt. Anyway, we are just about to get off and underway for this second half. Reading will be taking the kick-off here, attacking at the goal to our left in this second half. Arsenal all in black, leading by a goal to nil. A goal from Stina Blackstenius. There's been no substitutions at half-time from either side, and it will be Reading to get this second half going. And there we go. Now we are back off and underway here at Reading. Reading 0, Arsenal 1 in this big WSL game. Reading immediately looking to come forward, but that's a clearance there from Lotta Woburn-Moy up this near side. But Reading do pick the ball up again, and it's a long ball forward, but good defensive header. And now Arsenal can pick the ball out of midfield. Actually, we didn't initially, but we've won it back. Really good play that was there from Laura Wainwrighter. Sorry. Anyway, now it's back with Manu Zinsberger. And Arsenal coming forward over on that far side. Looking to get back into this game. Looking to hopefully get another goal. But we've played a minute of the second half. Reading on the attack at this moment in time over on that far side. Looking to come back with a slightly better performance from them, certainly from an attacking sense for Reading, because they defended well, but they offered no threat going forward. But straight away they're on the front foot again. But now Arsenal got a chance for a counter attack. This is what we want to see. We want to see Reading come at us, so that there's going to be a few more spaces in behind that we can look to exploit. But now we've gone backwards actually to Manu Zinsberger again. Now the ball's over on that far side. Steph Catley in to Leah Walty. Now it's back with Manu Zinsberger. She finds Lotta Woburn-Moy on this near side, just plays the ball in to Kim Little, and she just rolls it back again to Zinsberger. Arsenal just starting to maybe look to just get a foot on the ball at the start of the second half, but again, that's a loose pass forward there actually from Katie McCabe. Not been at her best today, Katie McCabe, actually. Anyway, Arsenal are there in possession with Laura Wainwrighter on this near side. Plays the ball in to Leah Walty, now to Kim Little. Does well again, Kim Little. Lovely play. That's a lovely ball up this fast near side, looking for the runner. Stina. It's fell to Beth Mead. Arsenal now looking to get the second goal. Beth Mead plays it square. This is good. It's Viv on the edge of the box. Viv shot's deflected over the top of the crossbar. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal, though. A lovely counter attack that was. Beth Mead picked the ball up on this near side. Arsenal's right. A good run from her. Played the ball square to Viv Miedemar, but her shot was deflected. It may well have been going over the bar anyway, but it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Arsenal looking to get this second goal early in this second half. The corner's on this near side. It is going to be Steph Catley with it for Arsenal. Can she get a good delivery in towards that near post? She does, but it's headed away by the Reading defender. Beth Mead picks it up just inside the penalty. Beth Mead tries a shot. It hits the Reading defender. Comes back out again, though, to Arsenal, to Katie McCabe. Tries to thread it through there to Caitlin Ford, but that was cut out. But Arsenal again have won the ball back with in midfield with Kim Little. Viv trying to get hold of that, and now Reading have got a chance for a counter-attack over on that far side. But Laura Wainwrighter is there. Plays it back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger. Almost the chance there for that second goal. But again, Reading have defended well. That was a heavy collision there from Beth Mead. There was sandwiched between two Reading players. That looks a sore one, actually. The last thing we need is Beth Mead to be injured as well, with the other injury problems that we've got at the moment. John says there, it's been shown with proper investment at the Arsenal on all fronts when they get better. Exactly, yeah. And that's what it's about, isn't it? If we do get the right amount of investment, you would imagine that we can go on and have a really successful period at all levels of the club. And that's what we all want to see, isn't it? John says they need a second goal to close off this game. Exactly, yeah, that is what we definitely do need. And we just need to, just refocus a little bit at the start of this second half. I think Reading have come out looking a little bit better, haven't they? Actually, in fact, they've made a substitution at half time. Reading, I missed that. It's Faye Bryson has come on for. Is it Lily Woodham that's gone off? Anyway, yeah, it is Faye Bryson that came on at half time for Reading. Must have missed that substitution. Just a like for like change in defence for Reading for this second half. But it is a drop ball, actually, which Reading is going to be uncontested, and they're going to just kick it back. In fact, they're not. They're coming forward, actually, down that near side. Not quite sure why they kind of wanted to play on there. Good play again from Stina Blackstenius. She's had a really good game tonight. And Arsenal picked the ball up again with Stina now. She plays it square in to midfield to Leah Walty, plays out to that far side now. Katie McCabe plays it up the line. That's a good ball for Caitlin Ford. Stina's in the middle looking for another goal. The cross was just behind her. In fact, Caitlin Ford was offside in the build-up to that particular move, which was a shame. Because it was a nice counter-attack there. Did Caitlin Ford go a little bit too early? Maybe the pass, yeah, she did. She was offside. Maybe the pass actually should have come a bit quicker. And then there was a potential there for Caitlin to have been onside. But Katie McCabe just delayed that pass a fraction of a second, and that was just long enough for Caitlin to run offside. But the cross went behind Stina anyway. Terry says, sorry, Richard and John, we need 7 more. Well, we need 7 more for your prediction to be right. But ultimately, as long as Reading don't score, we don't need any more to win this game. But I would like to see a couple more goals at least. Ones that we can get back on the top of the league, which I think would be very, very nice, of course, to keep a little run going. And also just because, it's nice to see Arsenal winning comfortably, isn't it? And we don't want to go for another nervy last 10 or 15 minutes again. We've done that once today. And it's not good for the heart rate, is it? So let's win this one a little bit more comfortably if we can, please. Anyway, lots of Wigan White plays up this near side to Stina Blackstenius. Shelps it on well. This is good play again from Stina. She does really well, actually. Can she get across in this time? Oh, she's tackled, but it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Good play again from Stina. This has been her best game of the season, actually. Stina really, really threatening. She's been from the start. Got herself the goal. And she's causing problems to that Reading defence every single time we come forward. Good to see her back in such great form. Let's hope she can carry this on. A good goal scoring record this season already. 3 goals in what in 5 games. But now we've got a corner on this near side. It's going to be Steph Catley again with the delivery. Played it in. Is she going to play it towards the near post again? She was going to, and then she stops, and then she starts playing towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Reading again, clear away, comes to the edge of the box. It's put back in again. Oh, shot on a turn, straight at the goal. I think that was Viv with the effort there from about 8 yards. In fact, it was Viv. It was Viv there with a shot. A crowded penalty it was. The corner there was half cleared away. It was Katie McKay with the effort. And then Viv turned it on towards the goal, but it was too straight, too close to the goalkeeper there. Maybe she needed to get a little bit more on that and just put it in that far corner, and she would have scored. But that was a comfortable save in the end. Good play from Beth Mead. Brilliant play from Beth Mead. Viv now pings the ball over to that far side to Caitlin Ford. This could be the moment for Arsenal. There's Beth and Stina in the box. Caitlin Ford, she maybe took too long. She's still got possession. It's on the edge of the box now. Viv Miedemeier plays it out to that far side. Katie McCabe puts a cross in. Stina's in again. She's hit the post. Oh, almost 2-0. Katie McCabe's low crossing at the near post. Great movement again from Stina. She got on the end of it there. Oh, in fact, it wasn't. It was a defender. It was a defender that stuck her leg out and got that deflected onto the post. Almost an own goal, actually. It wasn't Stina that got there. The angle that we looked at first of all, it looked like Stina had got it, but it was Cooper, actually. It was Dina Cooper who deflected that onto her own post. It's a corner to Arsenal. Over on that far side, which Beth Mead is going to take. Arsenal now looking to get that second goal. We've certainly come close on a couple of occasions now. This corner into the near post. Flicks on. Oh, it's hit the post this time. That was Stina's header. That's come off the post as well. Wow, Arsenal hit the post twice in very quick succession. The ball is still inside the Reading penalty area. A volley there. Comes back out. A shot comes in from Wobenmoy, but she can't direct it on target. It's gone past the post. Stina there hit the post with a header. It's certainly been a great game from her. She deserves another goal. She won't get much closer to that near post there. Flicks it on with her head. The goalkeeper had no chance there. Just hit the outside of the post. Very unfortunate there. And when the ball came back in again, it was Lotta Wobenmoy's shot, which went wide of the post. Really now looking to try and ease a little bit of pressure, but they haven't managed to. And Arsenal in possession again on this near side. This is good play from Viv Miedemeier. Tried to play the ball inside, but it's actually Reading who pick it up. And they're going to look to get a counter-attack. I know they're not, because Viv has picked the ball up for Arsenal. This is a good counter-attack. Again, it's a move over on the far side. Caitlin Ford shot into the side netting. Why didn't she put it across the box? Oh, we just can't get the second goal. The pressure is mounting. That was Caitlin Ford there. Stina made a great run, actually, again. But this was good play from Viv. Picked that loose ball up in midfield, ran at the heart of that Reading defence. There was space over that far side for Kate. All she had to do was roll it across the box, and Stina would have had a tap in. Instead, she went for goal, and it's gone into the near post, into the side netting. Should have gone across the box then from Caitlin. Maybe got a little bit too excited there and tried the shot when the cross would have been the better option. But anyway, let's hope all these misses, we don't regret them later on, because I said one mistake at the back and we've conceded a goal. But we're certainly the dominant team again in this game now, as we've played 55 minutes, and this second half has been all Arsenal pressure, all Arsenal chances. But Reading now have an opportunity at the other end inside the penalty area. Oh, great bit of defending, actually. That's what I was just saying. You know, all these chances that we've missed almost came back to haunt us. Then a long ball over the top, and suddenly Reading were in. And then actually it was really good defending from Arsenal to shut the door. I think Zinsberger may well have had to make a save there, her first save of the game. A long ball over the top, wasn't really dealt with. Actually, it was a poor header from Wobenmoy. It was a great save from Manu Zinsberger, actually, with her leg. That prevented the goal there. It would have been the equaliser for Reading. A really good save from Zinsberger there. Wow. Just as we were saying that one goal, well, we're going to regret all those misses. Well, we almost did there. Just goes to show that it's one ball over the top and suddenly we're in trouble. And Reading now coming forward again, actually. That's given them a bit of a lift, that chance. That's their first shot on target. And we've played 56 minutes. And that was a bad mistake, actually, from Lotta, which presented that opportunity there to Reading to Tia Primer, I think it was, with the chance, but it was a decent save, a very good save actually. And some of the Arsenal subs are warming up. Jordan Nobbs, Frida Marnham are warming up on the side here. Maybe Jonas is thinking about some changes for Arsenal. I mean, we have played well in the second half, but Reading are coming forward again. A shot there from the edge of the box, but that's going to be comfortable for Manu Zinsberger. And suddenly Reading have got a bit between their teeth, but Arsenal now looking to come forward over on that far side. That's a long ball forward. Is Stina going to be able to get there? No, she's not. It's going to roll through to goalkeeper Jackie Byrne. And it remains 1-0. And you have to say, it's slightly in the balance still, this game. As we just saw there with that big chance for Reading to equalise. Beth Mead then picks the ball up and then she's fouled again. She tends to get fouled such a lot, as we said. It was a Primer there with that foul. In fact, it was. I think it might have been Rachel Rowe. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal, just inside the Reading half, about 5-10 yards inside that Reading half. And Arsenal got an opportunity to get the ball back in towards that Reading penalty area again. It's going to be Lotta Wilbermoy with the free kick. She goes back actually to Manu Zinsberger. One mistake there from Lotta almost cost us a goal. And against better teams, those are the things that you pay. You get punished for those mistakes, don't you? Fortunately for us, Reading wasn't able to take advantage of that. It was a good save actually, but Arsenal coming forward now. This is nice play actually from Arsenal. Kim Little driving forward in familiar fashion from her, going past 3 or 4 players. Can she get a shot away? Instead, she plays into the box. This is an opportunity. Oh, the shot was blocked. I think it was Caitlin Ford with the effort. It's going to come to Beth Mead now on this near side. Can also get the second goal. Beth Mead's into the near post, but it's too close to goalkeeper Jackie Byrne. What a run that was there from Kim Little. Brilliant from her. Running at the heart of that Reading defence. Played the ball in to Caitlin Ford, but it just ran away from it there. Again, it was good defending from Reading, you have to say. But Arsenal maybe didn't make the most of that opportunity. Jonas applauding the run there of Kim Little, who's, I don't know what battery she's got. Maybe it must be Duracell because she just keeps running and running. In fact, is it a penalty? It's a penalty to Arsenal. Oh, wow. I didn't realise it was a penalty. Was that for the foul? Was that Caitlin Ford who was fouled there as she went to take that shot? Anyway, it is a penalty to Arsenal. This is an opportunity to get the second goal then. But out of the blue, that penalty, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Was it a foul on Caitlin Ford maybe? Anyway, Kim Little is going to take this penalty, of course, as she normally does. She's normally so deadly, isn't she, from 12 yards. This is the opportunity to get that second goal. We've played almost an hour here at Reading. It's Kim Little now facing Jackie Byrne. Is this going to be the moment Arsenal get that second goal? We've been threatening it for most of this second half. Now's a big opportunity. Kim Little to face facing Jackie Byrne from the penalty spot. Is this going to be 2-0? Kim Little steps up. Oh, she's missed it. It's saved. Oh, not a great penalty, actually. It wasn't a great penalty. That's the second penalty missing in an Arsenal game today. That was a good save. It wasn't the best struck penalty from Kim Little, actually, has to be said. It really wasn't. And it's a decent save from Jackie Byrne down to her right-hand side. It was quite close to, actually. That's not one of Kim's best penalties, has to be said. She just didn't put it far enough in the corner. And it was a good save. But another miss for Arsenal. And is it going to end up not being our night? And it was almost a counter-attack for Reading there, but the referee's whistle's gone. I'm still not quite sure what that penalty was given for, actually. There was a clash there just outside the box. Just a player from each side gone down. Katie McCabe is the Arsenal player gone down. Just saying how reliable Kim Little is from the penalty spot, and she very rarely misses. I seem to remember last time she missed, she scored the rebound, but that was a while ago, a year or two back, or probably 2 years ago. But that one there wasn't her best penalty, let's be honest. It actually wasn't at all. And in the end, it was a good save by the goalkeeper, but it's a fairly comfortable save. It was quite close to a good height for the goalkeeper, and she saved it. Anyway, there was a slight injury there between Woodham, who is still on, actually, Woodham and Katie McCabe. A little bit of a clash there just outside the penalty area. It was a handball. It was a handball actually from that cross from Beth Mead. It was a handball from the Reading defender. That's what the penalty was given for. I see it now. Become clear when you see the replay. John says, yeah, the game is live on Sky Showcase. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Sky Showcase and Sky Sports. Yeah, all the WSL games that are on Sky Sports are also on Sky Showcase. Actually, so an opportunity to see it. If you don't subscribe to Sky Sports, you can still watch it on Sky Showcase, which is what I've got it on. Yeah, so that's where you can watch it as well. Obviously, the games that aren't on live on telly are on the FA player as well, aren't they? So all the WSL games, you can watch them, and it's definitely worth watching because they're generally good, aren't they? And while this game is still only 1-0, it certainly had its moments. There's been some good football from Arsenal, some lot of chances. Anyway, Laura Wainwright now coming forward, does well actually, the Austrian. Oh, that was a foul, surely there on. Is that Viv? It is Viv. She tried to do a clever little turn. It's going to be another yellow card for Reading, I think. Or is it or not? The referee is reaching into her pocket then. I thought she was going to get out the yellow card, but she hasn't. And instead, it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, though. Very central, just outside the centre circle. Lovely turn there. And in fact, it was a foul by Dina Cooper. In fact, she does get a yellow card, yeah. I thought it was inevitable she'd get a yellow card for that. The referee did go to a pocket. Arsenal taking this free kick quickly, coming forward now down that far side. Can Arsenal get the second goal? Missed a penalty. It's not been an easy game, this, has it, really? And Arsenal conceded a free kick over on that far side. Caitlin Ford there, and she's going to get herself a yellow card as well. That was the referee a bit quicker getting out for Caitlin there, wasn't she, than she was for the previous foul on Viv. Caitlin just looking to get back. Couldn't quite get there quick enough. It was a foul, and it did stop a counter attack. So I suppose a yellow card's probably the right decision, actually. And that is her third yellow card of the season for Caitlin Ford in only 3 WSL games. So a little bit, she does get a little bit overexcited sometimes, doesn't she, Caitlin? But this free kick is going to be, it's about 5 yards in from that far touchline. He's going to be the goalkeeper. Byrne to take it, goes long up the far side, too long, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Arsenal. 64 minutes played. It's still Reading 0, Arsenal 1. And that goal after half an hour from Stina Blackstone is still all that separates the teams, actually, which is a bit of a surprise. Oh, in fact, Katie McCabe's lucky there not to get a red card. She got a yellow card for the foul just before. Maybe she was lucky it was just a yellow card, actually. She did, of course, get sent off last season against Manchester United, didn't she, Katie McCabe? When we were 1-0 down and we came back to get a draw, if you remember, Stina's first goal. Now we've got another chance here over on the far side. It's Stina Blackstone again in possession for Arsenal. She's got Beth Mead here just inside the penalty. Beth Mead is just going to be the moment. Beth Mead cuts back inside. She gets a shot at her. She didn't get hold of that shot at all. It took a deflection. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal, but we're not making the most of these chances at all, are we? Stina did really well again. She found Beth Mead, who managed to keep herself onside on this near side, cut back in, and then the shot was deflected off a Reading player. It was going wide anyway, but it is a corner to Arsenal, which Beth Mead is going to take on this near side, and Arsenal now making some substitutions. Jordan Nobbs is coming on, actually, and it's going to be Viv coming off. I don't know whether that injury to her wrist is causing her a few issues, and Viv is coming off. She's not very happy, actually, to be coming off, so maybe she's not injured, but not a bad performance from Viv. Still not at her best, let's be honest. She isn't at her best still, but she played okay today and did some nice things, and she's complaining now about being taken off, is she? She's not very happy at all. Maybe speaking to Jonas as she comes off there, complaining about being taken off. But Jordan Nobbs it is coming on for Viv. It looks as though Lena Hurtig's going to come on as well for Caitlin Ford. I thought Caitlin Ford worked hard today, and she's going to be coming off, and Lena Hurtig coming on for Arsenal. And I think Frida Marnham's coming on as well, actually. Frida Marnham's coming on for Leah Wolty. So just a slight for like change in midfield. Leah Wolty coming off. Maybe the Champions League game on Wednesday is slightly in the mind of Jonas, looking ahead to that one. So Lena Hurtig is on, Jordan Nobbs is on, Frida Marnham's on, Caitlin Ford, Leah Wolty and Viv Miedema are all off. So let's see what difference this makes. But Arsenal have got a corner actually. Straight away we're on the attack straight from this corner, which Beth Mead is going to take. It's an outswing on the edge of 6-yard box. Reading don't really deal with that particularly well, and Arsenal still in possession on this near side. Beth Mead picks it up again. Now Jordan Nobbs, her first touch. Cross comes in from Steph Cat. It's a good cross, looking for the head of Steiner at the far post, but Reading just about managed to scramble the ball away. And Lotte Wubben-Moy is trying to hold up that Reading counter-attack, which she does really well. And Arsenal had lots of good moments in this game, but not quite able to find that finishing touch, have we? Which has been a little bit frustrating so far. There's 23 minutes to play. They're just showing that handball again. Yeah, it did strike the arm of the Reading defender, that cross from Beth Mead. It was the right decision for the penalty, but it wasn't a great penalty. And Arsenal have spoiled that opportunity to go 2-0 up. The Reading goalkeeper, Jackie Byrne, enjoyed that penalty save, but ultimately it might not mean too much if Arsenal still win the game. But it has kept Reading in it for now anyway, that's for sure. And Arsenal have still got work to do if we're going to win this game. Just over 20 minutes to play, as we said. Kim Little's had a good game, but that wasn't her best penalty. She won't want to see that again, I'm sure. It's a throw to Reading over on that far side. They're coming forward inside the penalty area. Ball dinked towards the box. In fact, it is going to be a corner, is it, to Reading? It was the captain, Rachel Wald. Captain now. It was, in fact, Kim Little's gone down now for Arsenal. The last thing we need is more injuries. We've got enough injury problems as it is. Thank you very much. We do not need any more. Captain Kimmy is down, but she's back on her feet again. Takes a lot more than a little knock on her leg to keep her down, doesn't it? She's still not moving particularly freely. Bit of a dead leg maybe there. Jonas is back inside the dugout to protect himself from the rain, but it's a corner to Reading. We must not concede a goal here from this set piece. We really mustn't. Comes in towards the near post. A dangerous corner. In fact, it hits the post. Corner then came in, an in-swinger, hit the post. Arsenal do manage to scramble it clear. Wow. Both teams have hit the post now. That was an in-swinging corner. And it was coming in. And it hit, was it the crossbar actually hit? Anyway, it hit the woodwork for certain. It was the outside of the front post. And in the end, Arsenal managed to scramble it away. John says, yeah, a good crowd at a game. Yeah, it looks like a decent crowd, yeah. The WSL has been really well supported this season. You know, we felt it would be after the Euros, and it certainly has been, which is good to see. Long may that continue. This is, of course, played in the main men's stadium, isn't it? Which is actually Reading Women's, where they play all their home games now. They did, of course, used to play at Adams Park in Wickham, but they are now back playing at Reading on a regular basis. Arsenal now pick the ball up in midfield. Jordan Nobbs, good play from her actually. Finds Lena Hertig and she knocks the ball back to Katie McCabe. Jordan Nobbs again plays it square to Lotte Wubben. Kim Little that was there. Sorry, finds Lotte Wubben-Moy. And Arsenal just looking to just calm it down a little bit now, following that flurry of pressure there from Reading actually that brought them that corner, and they've hit the post as well. And Manu Zinsberg has had to make a good save. This certainly hasn't been an easy game for Arsenal, even though we've been largely in control. Steiner again with that ball. That was nice play from Steiner again. And Arsenal now in midfield looking to launch a counter-attack coming forward. That was Frida Minam. Now we've got a player over on that far side. Katie McCabe plays it across the box. Oh, there's nobody there to finish it off. Beth Mead now, they're in possession. Plays it back into the penalty. Jordan Nobbs with a chance. Can she get a shot away? She does, but it's too close to the goalkeeper, who was able to grab the ball at the second attempt there. Jordan Nobbs it was at the substitute. Good to see her playing again, getting some minutes on the pitch. That was a good counter-attack, actually. The ball into the box, though, from Katie McCabe, just behind everybody else. And in the end, when it came back into Jordan Nobbs, worth a shot from there, but the angle was a little bit tight, and she couldn't find the corner of the net, and it went straight into the goalkeeper. John says there, Reading have come back into the game. That penalty miss has given them a spur. Yeah, it has. And maybe it's just affected us a little bit, hasn't it? And yeah, they've got a bit more belief now that they can still get something from this game. You do feel if that penalty goes in 2-0, that's it. It's all over, isn't it? Anyway, Jordan Nobbs has got 50 goals and 151 WSL appearances. Great record for her from midfield. 1 in 3, isn't it? Brilliant stuff from her. And another goal today would be good. Now, also coming forward over on that far side. Is the flag up? It is up for offside. Jordan Nobbs, it was there. Didn't quite time that run very well. What a great Arsenal career she's had, Jordan Nobbs. brilliant player. And that injury at the end of last season, that many of us felt maybe that game we was at the Aston Villa game, that maybe that was going to be the end of her Arsenal career. But she obviously stayed. She's fit again, and it is good to see her back out on the pitch. And let's hope she can produce something in this game. Maybe she might get that second goal to seal the victory. And we do need it now. We do need the second goal desperately, don't we? Because it's a very, very tough game now for us as we move into the last 18 minutes of normal time. A big 18 minutes for Arsenal. We do have to win this game, really. And it's a game we should win, of course. But yeah, not maybe as comfortably as we could have done. Beth Mead's chasing this ball down up this near side, but it goes back to goalkeeper Jackie Byrne. And Reading will try to come forward themselves, looking for the equaliser. Lots of Ruben White dealt with that though. Kim Little now brings the ball out to that far side. That's good play. Katie McCabe can now come forward. She's got Lena Hurtig outside her. She's got Stina Blackstenius in the middle. Lena Hurtig now, the Swede, new signing, of course, for us this season. That's nice run inside by Jordan Nobbs. Over on that far side, Jordan Nobbs, can she get across in? She goes back instead to Kim Little. She's got Frida Marnham inside her. Kim Little turns instead and goes back, plays it out to that far side, looking for Jordan Nobbs. It wasn't a great ball, actually. It's going to go out for a throw to Reading. Over on that far side, we're now into the last 17 minutes of this game. It's Reading 0, Arsenal 1. That first half goal from Stina Blackstenius is all that separates the side still. Surprisingly, with the chances Arsenal have had, the penalty miss as well. But it is going to be a free kick to Reading over on that far touchline, midway inside their own half. In fact, it's going to be a substitution first for Reading. It is going to be Lauren Wade coming on for them. An attacking change. They look to get back into this game. And it's going to be, is it Tia Primer coming off? Indeed it is. It was her that missed that big chance, wasn't it, for Reading? Their one opportunity really to get level. So Tia Primer comes off and Lauren Wade comes on as Reading look to try to get their first point of the season on the board. But Arsenal looking to seal this victory, which would send us back joint top of the WSL. We need one more goal to go top on our own merit, actually. No, to go top on alphabetical order, because it will be, we'll have exactly the same goal difference as Manchester United if we get one more goal. We're currently one behind. Reading coming forward now down that far side, trying to put a stop to that. Good play from Katie McCabe. And that's a good ball up the left-hand side as well, looking for the run of Stina again, who hasn't stopped running in this game. And as things stand, it's her goal that separates the teams. It's Stina's goal that will be giving us another 3 points. We'll make it 3 wins out of 3. But we still need to see this game out. There's just over 15 minutes to go. Stina again looking to run in behind. That's a poor back header. Oh, it just about reached the goalkeeper. Had to come out of her area there. Jackie Byrne, a long clearance away. Stina was almost in again for what would have been an opportunity to get her second goal of the night, and it would have been fully deserved as well. Jordan Nobbs now in midfield does well. Lays the ball off. That's a nice play. Frida Marnham finds Beth Mead on this near side. Can Arsenal get the second goal? It's just getting a little bit nervy now, isn't it? A little bit more nervy than we certainly would want it to be, especially after what we went through earlier on today with the men at Leeds. We certainly didn't want a finish like that, did we, here this evening? But it looks like we're going to be getting one, because it is still just that one goal separating the sides. The ball's now with Manu Zinsberger inside the penalty area. Plays it out to that far side to Katie McCabe. Can Arsenal find a way to get this second goal? Arsenal playing it around at the back, actually. Reading are trying to close us down. It will leave some space in behind if we can break the press. Kim Little does really well, and now we have got some space to work in. Jordan Nobbs now inside the centre circle. Beth Mead's in a lot of space on this near side. Jordan Nobbs finds her. Now can Beth create this second goal, running at that Reading defence inside the penalty area? Beth Mead twisting and turning inside. This is a good run from Beth. Can she get a shot away? Oh, she can't. It was well defended in the end by Reading. Maybe Beth should have shot when she had the chance. And she feels a little bit frustrated with herself then. But that was good play from Arsenal, a good counter-attack. Kim Little again done really well. She's going to be in with a shout of player of the match as well, isn't she? Kim Little, despite that penalty miss, she has had a great game. But Beth there maybe should have shot when she had the chance, and in the end it went away. Stina Blackstenius holds the ball up well there, plays it back to Frida Marnham. It's now into Kim Little again. Frida Marnham in possession, the substitute. Again, the Norwegian Marnham coming forward for Arsenal. That's a nice ball in to Jordan Nobbs. Gets it back again, Frida Marnham. Arsenal just getting a little bit more control now of this game. Kim Little on the run forward finds Laura Wainwriter. She finds Stina Blackstairs on this near side, crossing to the near post. A low cross. Lena Hurtig was coming in. She couldn't quite get on the end of it there, Lena Hurtig. It's got into the arms of goalkeeper Jackie Byrne, who certainly kept Reading in this game in the second half. You've got to say she has definitely kept them in it with that penalty save, one or two other saves as well. And at this moment in time, Arsenal just can't get that nerve-ending second goal, can we? Reading now just kicked the ball out over on that near side. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. We are into the last 13 minutes of this game. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. It is getting a little bit nervy. It is at this moment in time. We certainly can't relax, can we? And it is a throw to Arsenal on this near side, which Laura Wainwriter is going to take for Arsenal. She had a big chance in the first half, didn't she, to have put the seal on this game, but instead it is still 1-0. This is great play from Beth Mead. That's a lovely ball. Stina's in again. Can Stina get there? Oh, good defending again from Reading. You have to say they have defended for their lives. It looks as though Stina was just going to get ahead of the defender there, but she couldn't quite make it. Terry says there, as there's only 12 minutes left, I'll settle for 4-0. At this moment in time, I'll settle for 1-0 just to win the game. That ball from Beth just ran away from Stina a little bit there. The defender could get across. That would have been the chance, though, for the second goal. Good play from Beth Mead. Reading again have cleared that cross away, and now they're trying to come forward themselves. Reading looking for an unlikely equaliser, you'd have to say. But, a 1-0 lead is never a comfortable lead, is it? Even though time is running out for Reading. They have posed one or two problems for us in the second half, actually. One or two that we've caused ourselves, to be fair. But ultimately, it is still in the balance, this game, as we move into the final 11 minutes. But Arsenal do clear that throw away. Oh, and Stina was nearly in behind again. Running off the ball tonight has been sensational. But sometimes the ball hasn't always got to her in the way that she would have liked. Anyway, Reading coming forward now over on that far side inside the penalty area. Just falls back. Actually, a good defending. Marson ball in at the near post. Reading have got a chance in the 6-yard box. Oh, great save from Zinsberger again. Oh, is that going to be the moment that gives Arsenal the victory here? The ball in at the near post. It wasn't a great challenge, actually, from Steph Catley. It was Natasha Dowie with the shot. Great save with her foot from Manu Zinsberger there. Brilliant stuff. Well, is that going to be the big moment in this game? That save from Zinsberger. We're coming up to the last 10 minutes. It is a corner though to Reading, who have certainly had some moments in this second half, you have to say. I wouldn't say we've been hanging on at all, not in the sense that the men were earlier, but they've certainly had some chances, Reading. That's two good saves now with Zinsberger with her feet, has kept us in front here, even though we should be 3 or 4 up. Anyway, it's a corner to Reading at this moment. We are now into the last 10 minutes. Reading with that corner from the far side, curled in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in. Oh, it's deflected over the top of the crossbar there. Not quite sure who deflected that over. Was it Frida Marnham? Arsenal didn't deal with that corner particularly well at all. It was a good header. In fact, it was Frida Marnham headed it over the top of her own crossbar. That was absolutely brilliant stuff there from the Norwegian. It was, mind you, Zinsberger was behind her, may well have saved it. But anyway, we have managed to keep it out. Here's another corner though to Reading. They're piling on the pressure in this closing stages here. That corner comes again towards the end of the 6-yard box. Zinsberger's there with a punch. But it's gone behind for another corner to Reading. Terry says, what a save. That was a great save from Zinsberger with her feet. That's 2 in this game. And they've proved to be really, really important. We cannot afford to drop points here in this game. That will be 2 points really thrown away if we don't win this game now with the chances that we've had. But Reading are finishing strongly. We're at 9 minutes to play. It's another corner on this near side this time to Reading. Low in towards the near post. It's flicked on. Arsenal don't manage to get it away. A shot from the edge of the box is blocked by Jordan Nobbs. And then the shot comes in. It actually hits a Reading player. Now maybe Arsenal can launch a counter-attack. Jordan Nobbs plays it forward, looking again for Stina. Holds the ball up well. And then pings the ball to this near side. That's a great pass, actually, to Beth Mead. Now, this is better from Arsenal. Frida Marnham finds that Beth Mead, she's got a runner ahead of her. Instead, she just holds the ball up. Arsenal just really want to keep the ball in that Reading half now, don't we? Following that little flurry of activity there that caused us a lot of problems at the back there. And a great save. In fact, the throw's been given to Reading. It looked like it came off the Reading player, but it's the throw been given to Reading right in front of the dugouts here on this near side. But Manu Zinsberger came to our rescue again. Wasn't great defending from Steph Catley at the near post. It wasn't great defending from Lotte Wubben-Moy either. And it needed a save, and it was a great save as well. And then just after that, the header came in. Again, it was going in, and Frida Marnham headed it over her own crossbar. Wow. Late drama here, as there was at Ellen Road earlier. Late drama in this Reading game as well. Brilliant stuff from Manu Zinsberger, though. Also making some more substitutions here. Katie McCabe is going off. Not her best game tonight. Maybe not used to playing left back. She hasn't played there for a while. And it's going to be Jen Beattie coming on. Arsenal going maybe to a slight change of formation just to shore up that defence for these closing stages here, because we have been looking a little bit vulnerable in the last 5 minutes. So Jen Beattie's on for these final 7.5 minutes that remain of normal time. Or a missed kick there from Frida Marnham, and Arsenal looking really nervy at the back, it has to be said. We're certainly lacking the calmness of Leah Williamson, aren't we? And of Rafaela Souza. Just when we need them, we haven't got them, have we? When the pressure's on, that's when they show great calmness, don't they? But we are now coming forward. Let's hope our attack can get us out of this little mess that we've got ourselves in at the minute. We're hanging on ever so slightly in this game, but we are coming forward now. This is better. Beth Mead on this near side, but again, she can't get past the defender, actually, Beth Mead. Good defending, and Reading coming forward himself. What a tackle that was there from Jordan Nobbs, trying everything to win the ball back for Arsenal. That's Jen Beattie's first involvement with that header. A good header it was as well, but Reading have picked up the ball. Arsenal looking a little bit ragged now, but that's not a great ball in from Reading, and now Arsenal got an opportunity for a counter-attack. Frida Marnham's ball. That's a great ball up the far side. This is going to be the moment, is it? Stina Blackstenius just getting inside the penalty area. It's a bit of a tight angle to score from. The shot across the goalkeeper. Oh, was it saved by the keeper? Surely that was saved by the keeper there. What play that was again from Stina. She has been absolutely magnificent in this game tonight. She was onside that time. A lovely ball actually from Frida Marnham. And this was good play from Stina. Cut inside, got a shot away. Just fingertip round the post by the goalkeeper, actually. That's a good save again from Jackie Byrne. But what a great counter-attack that was there. Stina was going in that far corner. What a great goal that would have been, actually. But anyway, it was touched around the post. In fact, I don't think it's been given as a corner. It should have been a corner, but it hasn't been given as a corner. Anyway, there's a record Reading attendance of 3,611. Attendance records being broken every week, it seems, at the moment in the WSL. What a great crowd it is here at Reading. 3,611. Good support in the terrible conditions. Steph Catley now. Terry says there, good old Jen. Good to see her back and healthy. Indeed, that's the main thing, isn't it? That she's healthy, and the fact she's on the pitch is an extra bonus, isn't it? John says there, a bit like earlier game at Leeds. We're not quite hanging on quite as much as that, were we? As we were then. Now we're slightly not quite as nervy. It's too much nervy for me, I must be honest, but not quite as nervy as that, thankfully. But yeah, we certainly are making heavy weather of this, getting this victory. We're into the last 5 minutes. It is still 1-0, and it should be 4 or 5-0 if we're totally honest. But it could easily be 1-1 as well. That's football for you, isn't it? Arsenal will throw over on that far side, and not quite sure what's happened here. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal, actually. Lena Herzig it was there in a battle over on that far side. The substitute, the new signing, she's still there to really settle in, isn't she? She's shown some good moments, but she's not quite hit the ground running with Arsenal as yet. John says there, it's obvious it's absolutely teeming down. And it is, yeah, it's been teeming down all game at Reading. It made it difficult conditions. You know, it's been a tough game for Arsenal in the end. I say a little bit tougher than it should have been, because we should have been home and hosed already. But anyway, let's hope we can still see this one over the line. That's a throw up the far side. Actually, Arsenal going to get another throw. We don't mind that. The ball's in the Reading half. We've got another throw. let's hope that we can just see this through now. We're into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. There'll be a little bit of stoppage time, won't there? There's been 1 or 2 trainers on the pitch in the second half. There's been some substitutions. There was the penalty incident as well. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of stoppage time as well. Arsenal trying to come forward down that far side, but that ball just runs away there from Beth Mead, and Reading clear it away. That's well won there by Lotta Woogan inside the centre circle, but Reading have picked up that loose ball, and Reading looking for this equaliser, which they've threatened on a couple of occasions, and they're coming forward now. It was a good play actually on this near side, and now Reading coming forward over on the far side. Arsenal have got to be switched on here in these final 3 minutes if we're going to see this over the line. There was a good tackle there actually over on the far side, and Arsenal have won the ball back now. No, they haven't actually. The referee's given a free kick against Jordan Nobbs. It was on Harries there. Emma Harries was the player that was fouled, and she's gone down injured, holding her knee actually, which isn't good to see, is it? Let's have a look at the replay of that. Was it a foul by Jordan Nobbs? Oh, it was just knee on knee actually. It was a foul. All those knee on knee ones are sore. I've had a few of them. They can be really, really sore. Them. Terry says they're pouring down here as well in Herne Bay. Yeah, but Herne Bay is a lovely part of the world, isn't it? So you don't mind it raining in Herne Bay. When it's raining in Reading, what else have you got to look forward to in Reading? Nothing. Do you know what I mean? So Herne Bay is a lovely place. Now, Reading's all right, actually. I've been there 1 or 2 times. It's all right, Reading. But, yeah, he's definitely chucking it down in Reading. I'm just looking out the window. It's not raining here, actually, which is nice. But no doubt it's on the way. It seems like it is. But anyway, hopefully it will hold off for a while yet. Anyway, we are now into the final 90 seconds of normal time. Reading still feel they can get something from this game. You have to give Reading credit, actually. They've stuck in there, haven't they? It's at times Arsenal have looked like they were going to run away with this game and score 3 or 4 or 5 goals. But Reading, credit to Reading for that, because they've stuck at it. They've defended really strongly, actually. And the goalkeeper's made 1 or 2 good saves. And they've had 1 or 2 chances. Manu Zinsberg has had to make 1 or 2 saves. It looks as though this injury to Emma Harries might see her have to go off the pitch, actually. She's not looking too good at the moment. She's back on her feet again, but is she going to be able to continue? Possibly not. She looks in quite a little bit of pain, actually, as she's coming off. It is going to be a substitute now. It's going to be Charlie Willings will be coming on for Reading for these final few minutes. Yeah, she's in a lot of pain, actually. Emma Harris, that knee injury. It did look a painful one. Jordan Nobbs, of course, going over there to offer her some condolences for that. Jordan knows all about knee injuries, doesn't she? Of course, it was an accident there. She was just trying to get the ball. It was just a knee-on-knee clash. But they can be really sore. And unfortunately, Emma Harris is having to hobble off. And it is going to be Charlie Willings coming on to replace her. You'd imagine we're going to get a big chunk of stoppage time. We're going to find out exactly how much very, very shortly. You could be looking at as much as 4 or 5 minutes here, maybe more than that, actually, because there has been the trainers on a few times in this second half. There's been 1 or 2 stoppages, so wouldn't be surprised. We are now ticking down to the 90 minutes. We are just about to find out what the stoppage time is going to be. 6 minutes. There you go. I had a feeling that there would be a bit. 6 minutes it is. So Arsenal have got 6 minutes to hold on. Again, for the second time today, Arsenal hanging on to a 1-0 lead. And this is going to be a free kick to Reading, which midway inside the Arsenal half, they're going to put this into the penalty area, no doubt. It is in towards the penalty area. It comes all the way through. Oh, Zinsberg has grabbed it right on the goal line almost. And she took a knock to the head, actually, as she grabbed that ball. In a little bit of a scramble there, just in front of a really good delivery, actually, into the box. It was no one really got on the end of it. And in the end, Manu Zinsberg has got there. And then the Reading player just ran into her accidental there. That was a really dangerous ball, actually. It was a good save from Zinsberg, a really good save. Again, Terry says there, to be fair, both keepers have saved their teams. I know they have. Both goalkeepers have played well, actually, and made some important saves. But Arsenal still lead with that goal from Stina. We've played a minute of the 6 of stoppage time. Can Arsenal get a second goal? Steena's in again, is she? She might have been offside, actually. But the flag stayed down. Arsenal attacking over on that far side. Lena Hurtig's going to keep this ball in. And in fact, the referee stopped the game again. There's another injury. This is to Jordan Nobbs this time. She's holding her knee. That doesn't look good, does it? The amount of injuries that... it isn't Jordan Nobbs. It's Beth Mead. She's made of steel, isn't she? Even when she gets injured. Terry's bringing his score down to 3-0 now. I think we're just going to have to settle for 1-0, Terry, to be honest. I think we're just going to have to take that and be grateful, to be perfectly honest with you. And we will take it and we will be happy. One more goal would be nice, just so we can go back to the top. We want to see us top of the leagues. All the leagues want to be top of. So we would like one more goal for that reason. But time is running out now. We are into the final 4 minutes of stoppage time, but there will be a little bit more now because, again, we've just had another stoppage there in stoppage time. It's been a little bit of that in the second half, hasn't it? There hasn't been a lot of flow for Arsenal, but now we're coming forward again over on that far side. Are we going to get this second goal? It's put behind for another corner to Arsenal. We'll take that all day long, won't we? That was Gemma Evans there. It was, I think it was, with that clearance away there to give Arsenal a corner. Again, it was Stina running in behind. She has been good today, Stina Blackstenius. And so far, it looks like her goal is going to win us this game. Or can we get a second now from this corner? Arsenal do have a habit of scoring very late goals in games, don't we? We do tend to find late goals, and we may find one here which would take us back to the top of the table, actually, on goals, on alphabetical order for Manchester United, because we would have exactly the same record as them. Anyway, let's see. It is a corner over on that far side for Arsenal. Played in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Lena Hurtig was coming in. It was cleared away, actually. A good defensive header again by Reading, have defended well in this game, you have to say. Kim Little now finds Jordan Nobbs. Frida Marnham. Kim Little on this near side looking for a bit of support. Instead, she goes back. Arsenal will be quite happy to keep possession. There's, 2.5 minutes of the 6. That's the ball out the far, this near side, looking for Jordan Nobbs. Can she get past the defender? She's heading towards a corner flag, actually, Jordan Nobbs. She tried to win a throw. Beth Mead back in there again. Beth Mead now. Beth Mead inside the penalty. It's just going to be the moment for Arsenal to get that second goal. Oh, again, she could have maybe pulled it across the box. I don't know why she didn't maybe decide a bit quicker than what she was going to do. Terry says there, that's why I picked 3. Well, I'll say I think we might do well to get 2. Beth Mead did well there, actually. She's still not moving particularly freely following that injury. Let's hope she's going to be okay for the game on Wednesday, sorry. It's a throw to Arsenal, I think, is it? Or is it a corner? Oh, no, it is a corner on this near side. Arsenal in no particular rush to take it, of course. Beth Mead is over there with Steph Catley. I think Beth Mead's going to outswing this one from this near side. In fact, she does to the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's a Reading head gets there, clears it away. Again, not particularly far. Arsenal back in possession again. Kim Little just plays it back to Steph Catley, was it there, who played that ball forward. But Arsenal in possession over on that far side. Good play from Lena Hurtig. And Arsenal get it back to Manu Zinsberger. We played 4.5 minutes of the stoppage time. And we'll see whether Arsenal can get this second goal, which would take us back to the top of the table, or will we just hold on to the 1-0? The 3 points will do, let's be honest. Jordan, not now. We've got an opportunity here in midfield with Frida Marnham. That's a good ball to Beth Mead. Inside the penalty, it's going to be the moment. Beth Mead shot. Oh, again, it's really good defending again from Reading, throwing themselves at that ball. That looks like it's going to be the moment there. A lovely play from Frida Marnham again. She's done well since she's come on, Frida Marnham. A lovely ball to Beth Mead on this near side. Cut inside. That looked like it was going to be the moment. Great last-ditch defending, though, from Reading, who have done that time and again to deny us a goal or 2. But Reading now in possession again. We are into the final minute of the 6. I think there might be one more to come after that as well, due to that stoppage that was in the stoppage time. Reading now coming forward over on this near side. Arsenal have got to be strong here. A ball played inside, but Steph Catley should clear that away. In fact, it's Kim Little back defending. It is definitely all hands on deck for Arsenal in these closing stages here, isn't it? We're coming up to the 6 minutes of stoppage time. I do think there'll be one more. There's just another hold up here. I'm not quite sure why. It is going to be a throw to Reading on this near side. Are they going to get one more chance to get this equaliser? That ball's played into the box. The header comes in for Reading, or it's headed out by Wouba Moy. And it's cleared away not very well, actually, by Lena Herzig, but she does well the second time to block that. And now Arsenal might well get a counter-attack with Stina Blackstenius. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Is that it? Or is that just a free kick to us? A yellow card, actually. A yellow card was given out there by the ref. I didn't see who to. One of the Reading players. Terry says they're missing Raf at corners. Yeah, we are. And Doom Dealer 9 says they're knob screamer coming in the final seconds. Well, let's hope so. The final seconds are now, though, so it's going to be now or never, isn't it? It's this free kick to Arsenal up this near side. Beth Mead looking to get on the end of that, but she couldn't do it. It's going to be a throw to Reading. We've played 7 minutes now, stoppage time. It's going to be any second now the final whistle's going to go, and Arsenal will have won this game, but we would have made such hard work of it. It's been another stressful 90 minutes for Arsenal. Oh, and there goes the full-time whistle. Finally, we have got the victory. We've got it over the line. Just, yes, we should have won it a lot more comfortably. There's no doubt about that. It was Stina Blackstenius' goal in the first half. A shot on a turn from the edge of the area that went in. Stina missed a chance very, very early on in this game. She was denied by the goalkeeper, but she did get the goal. I thought she was magnificent tonight. For me, she's a player of the match. It's probably between her, Kim Little and Manu Zinsberger, who made 2 great saves of her legs, actually, in that second half to keep us in front. I mean, yeah, there's no doubt that we deserve the lead. In fact, it's 8 clean sheets in a row now for Manu Zinsberger in the WSL. And yes, it's again a bit of a strange game, a bit similar to the Leeds game earlier, isn't it? You know, Arsenal should have won this game a lot more comfortably. There's not much doubt about that. We had a lot of chances, a penalty, of course, as well from Kim Little, which was saved by the Reading goalkeeper, Jackie Byrne. Reading defended well. They defended for their lives. They made it really difficult for us, but we got the job done. David says it's a great win. It's a very good win, yeah. Any win, every win's a good win, let's be honest. And we couldn't afford to drop points today. You know, we've got players missing, a little bit worrying at times defensively. You know, this is a Reading team who are bottom of the league, you know, and we're going to face a lot more tougher tests, aren't we, in the next few weeks without Rafa and without Leah. So, yeah, there was a few worrying signs defensively, there was, but ultimately we've got the victory. Any victory away from home in the WSL is a good victory. Another clean sheet as well. And, yeah, we got the job done. Nervy at the end, and we are joint top, just 1 goal behind Manchester United, frustratingly, but we still haven't conceded a goal yet in the WSL, and yeah, 3 wins out of 3. We couldn't really ask for much more, could we? Other than obviously the other 7 goals that Terry wanted, but anyway, but no, it was a strange game in many ways. We played really well at times, created a lot of chances in the game. The goalkeeper for Reading played well, Jackie Byrne. Equally at the other end, we looked a little bit shaky at the back, made a few mistakes, and in the end, it's taken a couple of good saves from Manu Zinsberger to see it over the line for us. So yeah, a bit of a strange game. I think we deserve to win. There's no doubt about that. We were the better team, but Reading kept themselves in it. You've got to give them credit for that. They defended for their lives. And on the counter attack, they had 1 or 2 chances and could have grabbed the point. Terry says they need to start converting more of their chances. Yeah, we do. I mean, you know, we do. There's no doubt about that. But having said that, you know, overall, we've got the victory and we were the better team. And ultimately, that's what your goalkeeper's there for. You know, if the defenders make a mistake or they allow the other team chances, your goalkeeper's there to get you out of trouble and make the saves. And tonight, Manu Zinsberg has done that, and it's given us the victory that we desperately needed. So yeah, not the greatest performance in the end. A lot of mistakes, but we got the win, as Terry says there, especially against the top sides. Yeah, exactly. We need to take our chances against the top sides, but hopefully by the time we play the really top sides of the WSL, we'll have Leah back, we'll have Rafa back, and we can start to dominate games from the back, which we didn't do today. You know, in the end, we had to battle it out, didn't we, and scrap it out, and we did, and we were able to do that, and we got the result. Bearing in mind what happened at Birmingham last season, you know, we've got to be happy with that. We've got to take all the positives from that, and take the win, take the 3 points, and regroup, ready for Wednesday, of course, which is going to be a much tougher test. Probably not going into that game with an awful lot of confidence now, I've got to be honest. Defensively, we look very vulnerable, and we know what Lyon, how good Lyon are going forward. Yes, Lyon are also vulnerable defensively, and they've got injuries of their own. So, you know, I'm never going to predict an Arsenal defeat, but that's going to be a very tough game, isn't it? But, you know, we'll think about that a little bit more later on in the week as we head towards the start of the Champions League group stage for Arsenal. But today in the WSL, we've got the victory. It wasn't the most fluid Arsenal performance, but we've got the 3 points. And ultimately, when it comes to games, that's all that matters, isn't it? Getting the win. And we did. It was that first half goal from Stina Blackstone. It's a great strike from the edge of the box that gave us the 3 points and another clean sheet, which is great to see, isn't it? Another win. So, yeah, not the greatest performance, but we'll take that and we will move on. If you've enjoyed this show, please give it a like. Every little like helps, as Tesco say. Every little helps. Every little like helps. So if you have enjoyed it, please do that. If you are new here and you do enjoy what we do, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is free to subscribe, and you get notified every time we produce a new video or go live with another show. There is loads of great stuff coming up this week on the channel. Tomorrow it is the Arsenal review. We'll be looking back on Arsenal's win at Leeds today. We'll be looking back on the Europa League victory in Norway, and a big week as well, the PSV game in the Europa League, and next Sunday's game against Nottingham Forest. Then on Tuesday it's the Arsenal Social Extra with Adam and Steve. That's always a fun show, so please join them for that. That's 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Wednesday it's a watch-along, Arsenal women in Lyon, the start of the Champions League. Please join us for that one. That is going to be great. Thursday, Europa League watch-along, early one, 6 o'clock kickoff for Arsenal against PSV Eindhoven. Friday, the Arsenal Women's Show. What a lot of shows we've got for you this week. We're spoiling you, aren't we? So that is on Friday. The guys will be in to look back on this game, look back on the Champions League game against Lyon. Another big week, another big Champions League game coming up next week against Zurich, and also the big WSL game away at Liverpool next Sunday. That is another tough game, another game we have to win. All that's coming up, and of course Sunday the 2 watch-alongs as well again. So I'm going to be busy again, aren't I? Terry says tomorrow's show should be controversial. I think it'll be a good show. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. So that's going to be fun at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So please join us for that if you can. And I say don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There are memberships available as well if that's something that you might want to help the channel out with. And we do super chats as well. All the stuff that we get in from the channel, any money that we make. Bearing in mind YouTube makes a chunk as well, but any money that we make does go back into the channel. You know, we have a lot of guys now helping us out. Be nice to be able to reward them for their time and effort as well, and also as well, you know, to maybe get some new equipment, upgrade the stuff. Want to get a green screen as well, so we can get a better background than what you currently see. A few other bits and pieces as well, some better editing stuff, so the videos can look better and all that kind of stuff. So that's what any money raised will go to. So if you do want to support us here over and over and over again, that would be very much appreciated. And I say it really would help as well. You know, mainly I really want to try to help the other guys that are always give up their time to produce shows for us, to come on the shows that we do, to help create the content as well. It'd be nice to give them some sort of reward, wouldn't it, as well, for their time and effort. So that's what we do with any money that we raise. And yeah, so that's that really. But the most important thing is that you guys enjoy the content that we do, and you want to keep coming back and watching it over and again, and that's the most important thing, and that's what we want to bring you. So yeah, please subscribe if you feel as though you might enjoy the stuff that we do, and give us a like as well. Terry says, Richard must say you smashed it, considering well done. Well, it's been a long day. It's been a tough day. You know, we've been live for I've been live for nearly 6 hours today in total, with the earlier game. Of course, there was a big delays there as well. But yeah, we got through it, and look forward to having a cup of tea now, some biscuits, and yeah, settle down now for the evening before obviously back to work tomorrow. And then tomorrow night we're back again with the big show, the Arsenal review at 8 o'clock lots and lots and lots to look forward to. In fact, Manu Zinsberg has been given player of the match, probably for those 2 big saves. I thought Stina's unlucky not to get it personally, but anyway. Terry says, no green screen. Love the background you got. Well, yeah, I mean, with a green screen, I would use it sometimes, other times, keep this background. It's an option, isn't it, I suppose. I've been wanting to get one for a while, actually. I'm just waiting until enough money's come into the channel to justify spending out money on stuff, which is what we want to do. So that's the idea. I want to get Amar a light as well, a little light like this one that I've got here, which I'll just show you. I've got a little light here, a little light like that for Amar, which would be nice, wouldn't it? So we can maybe see him a little bit clearer. So that would be nice. I'm going to get him one of them as well. Maybe his Christmas present, that'll be. So yeah, these are all stuff that we'll look at. But yeah, I say that has been that's been today. That's been a busy day on the channel. It's been a good day on the channel in the end for Arsenal. 2 1-0 wins. So I think what we need to do is to celebrate 2 1-0 wins. I think we need to play this. Yeah, 1-0 to the Arsenal, of course. It's been a 1-0 to the Arsenal sort of a day, hasn't it? In fact, a 1-0 to the Arsenal sort of a week, because the Europa League game in midweek as well. We'll take another one. We'll take another few 1-0 wins, won't we? We don't care. 3 points is 3 points. Wins are wins. Whether it's 1-0 or, as Terry predicted, 8-0, still a win's a win, isn't it? And we'll take that all day long. But yeah, tough game today. Tougher than it should have been, but ultimately, who cares? We got the 3 points. 9 out of 9. Going really well. The men are top of the Premier League. We are joint top of the WSL, and a watch. Well, yeah, or an alarm clock or something like that, so you can turn that one time. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But we're not going to punish him for being late, really. But yeah, him being on time once in a while would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm sure it'll happen Monday. So yeah. But yeah, it was a tough game in the end. I say Reading had 1 or 2 chances. The fact that they've given Manu Zinsberg a player of the match kind of tells you what you need to know about that game in the end. We wasn't quite as fluid going forward as we maybe could have been, or that we maybe expected to be. But those 2 really big saves from Zinsberger has made sure that we won the game, along with Stina's brilliant first half goal. So sometimes in football, you've got to be able to, we've been saying it with the men's team, haven't we? You've got to be able to win when you're not playing well. That's the sign of a good side. That's the sign of a side that goes on to win big titles. That's what you have to do, and we've done that today in 2 games. The men and the women. Yes, we should have won that game more comfortably. Let's be honest. The penalty miss that would have sealed it with 25 minutes to play, and Kimi, unfortunately, for once, wasn't able to find the target from the penalty spot. But ultimately, in the end, luckily, it didn't prove too costly, did it? We got the win. It was a really good goal from Stina, actually. A lovely touch, a lovely shot on the turn. She had a great game today, Stina, and put that one right in that bottom corner to win the game. And that will do nicely. And Arsenal are back with a 100% record, which is great. So that's that today. It's been a monster session for me. I've enjoyed it though. 2 wins is the most important thing. 2 defeats would have been, wow, what a day that would have been, having to bring your 6 hours of live stuff and Arsenal not win any game. So we won both of them 1-0. The men are top of the Premier League. The women are joint top of the WSL. What more could you want from this season, really? Great stuff, isn't it? Join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the brilliant Arsenal review, which we're going to look forward to that. We've got the guys coming in to look back on the men's side of things, and then of course I'll be back on Wednesday after that with the Watchalong, the Arsenal women starting the Champions League away in Lyon. The holders, big game. That is a tough game, but let's see what we can do there. But it's finished here today. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. That first half goal from Stina Blackstenius, her 10th goal for Arsenal in just 21 appearances. Brilliant from her. Hopefully a lot more goals to come from her and the team over the next few months as we look to end a little trophy drought for the women. But a good result in the end today in the rain at Reading. Reading 0, Arsenal 1. We're not quite top of the league in the women, but we are top of the league in the men. Lots of great stuff to look forward to this season. Lots of great stuff that we've already enjoyed, and long may it continue. So thanks all you guys for watching. Thanks everyone in the chat. I am going to go and have a cup of tea because I think I need one, and I think I deserve one actually after the stint I've done today for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed the games. I've certainly enjoyed bringing you the coverage. and I hope you guys, I say, have enjoyed watching it as well. I will now, I say, go and have a lie down, have a cup of tea, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock with the Arsenal review with all the guys. Looking forward to that show. It's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? And yeah, it's good stuff from the Arsenal women today. Just about got it over the line. And you need to win games like that, and we have. So brilliant stuff from Arsenal. So we enjoyed that one a lot. We will see you tomorrow for the Arsenal review. Thank you for watching. In the meantime, as always, come on, you Gunners, another win, another 3 points. Let's go. We will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a like before you go, and please subscribe to the channel. See you later, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm sure you will. It's been a good weekend for Arsenal, isn't it? Ta-ra.